Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to the Kill Connor Club podcast. This is episode 58. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always. What's up?
And not much. It's good. It's going good. And today, for episode 58, we've got some special guests with us. Firstly...
let's get to it.
LongEaredFox or George, how's it going?
I'm alright.
Wonderful. We're also joined by Fizhy or Ethan. What's up?
It's alright. So everything's going good.
Good.
Things.
And we're joined by Modorox or Ben. How's it going?
You're right. It's all sick.
Good. Wonderful. All right.
It's all sick. Okay.
It's all sick.
Okay. So I'll start talking before Ethan tells me to shut up again.
Tyler, shut up.
So this, for those who don't know, is the final Kill Connor Club before the release of Assassin's Creed Origins. So I thought, let's get just the whole crew on, not the four pillars, because that's episode 60, so that's in like 2 episodes. So I was like, let's get Ben on here, just to be different, have a bit laughter, see if we can do a podcast with 5 people. We've never had a podcast with this many people on it before, so we'll see how this fucking goes. So that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
As I said to James, 4 pillars and some scaffolding. So
Exactly, yeah.
We've got a bit of roof. It's more like a tarp, not really a roof yet, but like we've got a tarp over it. I'm just fucking with you, Ben. Anyway, as well, the Kill Connor Club podcast is powered thanks to the great people over at patreon.com/as always. So to thank a few of your sweet vintage lads, first of all, thank you to Victor. Also, Ben, you're one of them. Thanks, mate.
Yep.
Appreciate it. We have Quizhek. We have David Bindis, Josh Devellier, Xeno Rheao, Damian, Austin McGarr, Mario 5380, Lumistrad, Brian Velasco-Zavala. That's a new sweet vintage lad, so welcome. We have Roy of Redacted. We have good old George Welford, LongEaredFox over here. Cheers, mate. Hey.
Welcome.
We have Joshua Maurer. We have Gene, Marcus Blackburn, The Humble Worm, Nimbus, Seth, Tom Cunningham, Oscar, RAVJAI, Zach Neely, son of a Bitch Ogeaidogo, Tyler Tranter, Brendan or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. There's a lot of names.
Yeah, I was just thinking that list is getting long.
That's a long list.
Yeah,
As long as it always ends with Pink Flame 313, it'll be fine. Like,
It needs to.
but that's that's like only $5 plus patrons. Like we're over. I mean, the Patreon page says $282 a month, but it's over $300 in realistic sense, actually. So next month we'll be starting the exclusive Let's Play series at patreon.com/as always. So if there's a time to go over there, it's now, where you're going to get podcasts and exclusive Let's Plays.
That's true.
So
That is a good idea.
So that's
gonna be good.
pretty I don't know what game we're going to play yet, James. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so that's housekeeping out of the way. There's a lot to get through today.
Okay.
And when I say a lot, I mean one thing, but that's a big topic. But I've got a bigger list just in case, because I'm sure there's other stuff I want to talk about, including Destiny, Shadow of War, Last Jedi trailer. Obviously stuff we want to get to later in this podcast. So for those of you who aren't that interested in Assassin's Creed, just stick around, bear with, or come back later.
Okay.
We'll have awesome stuff other than Assassin's Creed to talk about. As well, everybody, if you could just like the stream straight away. Let's get over 100 likes. Start us off. All right, lads, and Fox, and Kid. Apparently that's Kid. James called me Kid this morning.
I fucking sipped my drink when you said that.
What the fuck is this language?
Oh, God.
James goes, oh yeah, just sick and good and Kid. I'm like, don't call me Kid. Don't call me a kid ever again. You fuck.
Sick and good and kid.
Where this is coming from. Anyway, so Assassin's Creed Origins is 12 days away. That's pretty fucking close.
Jesus.
That is fucking...
That's really close.
The first thing I wanted to talk about with you all is, and I kind of wanted to go through this importantly, is what do we think of the whole build-up? And that's not just talking about Origins. From January of 2016, from this Empire leak that we found out
Thank
about this
fuck,
thing.
it's virtually over.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it's been almost
ages.
years. It's been almost
a
2
while.
years of this. It's been a minute and kid, but
Oh god.
but what have you done? What have you done?
This and
So-
kid meme.
I don't ask questions. I just accept the meme now. I've stopped fighting it. I want to stop fighting the children here. So, what do we think of this whole build-up that's gone on and this whole journey? It's been a fucking, like, we've all just
Yeah.
had a big sigh. It's been a fucking long one. So,
Yeah.
what has stood out to you guys the most over this build-up of almost 2 years?
There's
Oh, I
some
guess I'll
classics.
Do you
just
want to go round in a ring when you
Yeah,
ask?
yeah.
Let's go round in a ring. James,
Okay.
I'll start with you.
Who?
Let's go, James.
Me? Oh, okay. What was the question?
So, yeah. Okay.
Shoot, shoot again.
We can't do this. This is okay. This is already starting to be horrible. No. I just mean, like, what stood out to you the most in the last 2 years
Okay.
about this? What are your
stood out to
main
me?
and what stood out comparatively to, let's say, the other Assassin's Creed games building up to it?
I mean, I think there's a bigger sense of community regarding this game. I think it's a game that's brought together the various areas of the community, because obviously you've got our community being the 4 pillars, you've got the other community with, like, you know, everyone else. And I feel like it's sort of brought everyone together, and everyone sort of loves Origins, and it's a good time. You know, it's good. It's like that one time where during one of the World Wars, I forget which one, they all played football. That
First
one
one.
time.
World War One.
Yeah.
One,
Okay.
It was at Christmas.
It's like that, only
So,
just sort of. I mean, you know, it's
So
not,
it's
not.
quiet.
It's
but
not at all.
so what you're saying is afterwards we're going to go back to trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Forward to
I
it.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But I just think the sense of community has been good, and that might be because all of our channels have grown, and this is the biggest they've been, which
Yeah,
is
same.
probably a
What?
contributing factor.
Oh, sorry. Tyler.
It's okay.
we've
I'd
got
feel
Ben
bad
here
if I'd
to
made.
boost
If
your
I'd
ego.
made. That's right. If I'd made videos, I'd feel bad, but I haven't. So there's no real excuse there, is there?
That's a fair point. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say the community. It's a good time.
That's good. All right. I was about to say Jamesy and George are all the same.
Ask James again. Like. Okay. Well, there's been some funny little goofs over the past year and a bit. Like,
Funny.
I think one of the funniest things is the Peter Tran
Oh
leak
yeah.
with the main menu. Like, that was fucking hilarious. And then when Tyler made a video on it,
Yeah, why it's definitely real.
and then it got proved fake.
Yeah,
Within 15 minutes,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
deleted
delete
it. Like,
instantly.
I literally got up middle of the night, made a video for this for some reason because I was somehow committed to it. And
Yeah.
then I woke up I said to you guys, I'm like, if you guys prove this wrong, message me. I'm like, James, message the fuck out of me. So I woke up 4 a.m. to just my phone being spammed. And I'm like, fuck, it only just went up like 10 minutes ago. And I just deleted it. But it had
Oh, no.
way more views than it should have had in that 10 minutes and comments. People were like, actually, I don't think it's true, Tyler. And I'm like, well, delete.
Okay, but I think the main thing that stood out to me was the screenshot we got a few months ago of
Oh,
Bayek on the
yeah.
boat.
Mm.
That was the moment I realised that this game is going to be fucking amazing, because I saw him on that boat, I saw the water, I saw how vast the
water,
open
yeah.
world looked, and it looked so good. I was like, how is this an Assassin's Creed game? Like, it was everything that I wanted.
Fucking water.
We all have a
Yes,
thing for water. You don't get it, Tyler.
Water,
but
it's like it's the
important.
coolest shit ever. Like,
It looks
it's
really nice.
It does.
Yeah.
You and your fucking tap water. And now
Yeah,
we're
tap
like,
water.
this shit.
Sewage water. You know, it just that moment was seeing that screenshot was fucking amazing. After so long of covering the game and finally seeing what it would actually look like, it was great. I love that.
Okay, Ethan.
Okay, so that time where Amarazazia was doing a Reddit AMA, and we had that leaked image,
Mm.
and I took it straight to his nose and said, "Is this Assassin's Creed?" And he lied to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not AC.
I love how when he said not AC, you were like, oh, I guess it's not AC. I'm like, he's lying. He's obviously lying. That's
I mean-
obviously Assassin's Creed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think somewhere deep down we all knew that, but we just had to take what he said at face value for the time being.
No, fuck him. He's a fucking liar. Clearly, and we
Yeah,
don't have to
he
ever trust
definitely
him.
is.
I mean, you can't trust him. You can't trust him. He doesn't
Yeah.
know what
That's a,
game
that's
he's
a
ahead of
common
competition
assumption,
on.
yet a bit
Black belt.
romanticised.
It's a bit romantic.
I wish he'd replied to you. Well, that screenshot has been a bit romanticized.
Oh,
Probably try
God.
to retcon things in Origins.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be.
Oh god.
Dennis is barking now.
Well, I'm not saying I hate Amar, but I fucking hate it a bit.
I hate Amar.
Like, it's just.
I'm not a fan of Amar.
Yeah,
it,
not
it,
his
will- it will
biggest
be
fan.
said, you know.
Yeah.
Sentences that can never end well. That you start with. I don't hate Amar, but.
But
well,
yeah. God.
but I fucking hate him. Ben,
Yeah.
what stood out to you the most? in this
Well,
2-year build-up?
I actually made my channel to do like kind of Empire speculation videos, so that could be kind of one of the things. It's also quite weird because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the original Empire leak back in January, because I was watching an Outside Xbox video, and on the recommended videos at the side of that was one of James's videos,
Oh yeah.
which is how I like it's how I found the community and stuff. So maybe
Yeah.
joining could be a
that's
thing.
Yeah,
true. That's a good
well,
point.
that's a big one for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is.
That makes sense. Actually, being here. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, actually being here.
actually being here.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
also
I-
created my channel because of Empire as well. Like the first Assassin's
Created
Creed
your
video I
channel.
made. Well, no, mate. My
Join the
channel
community.
grew because of Empire. Not created. I created it to make fucking Minecraft content,
That's
but
a
that
good
didn't
point.
go very
Same as
well.
James, so he can't talk.
Yeah.
so-
Oi, I started for Assassin's Creed. I just morphed it into Minecraft.
Or-
Yeah. In all
Oh,
fairness, James. James.
Go
Yeah.
look at your old videos.
Oh god! And James wouldn't let me make Assassin's Creed content. Like he
bullied
didn't
you.
allow me to do it. He bullied me into not doing it. So
Like
that's
you-
why I only started making it
Like-
beginning of 2016.
This was back when the big boys were at school together, and he'd like push you into a classroom and hold a Bunsen burner to your ear and be like, "Don't make
Jesus.
Assassin's Creed
Better
content."
not be making AC content.
If you make AC speculation,
Ethan was high school tough for you. That seems very vivid story.
A bit too close to home.
It's a Bunsen burner. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just a casual story.
I didn't
I
say
think-
whether or not it was on.
just held it
Yeah,
to your
it
face.
was on.
It's the interesting thing is the thing that stood out to me the most about the build up isn't even. It was more the before it was actually revealed.
That's because you
That's
weren't
what's
about
just-
after it was revealed.
Because that's major reason. That's a major reason. I was definitely around last year, but I just feel like I don't know. For me, once it got revealed, and ever since, like the game obviously looks great. I'm excited for it, but we've seen so much, and it was just like it went from we never get anything to okay, well, can we just not get a trailer today? We've had one yesterday, the day before.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Sand trailer.
The sand trailer,
There's
yeah.
a trailer about sand and people were losing their minds about it
Oh.
on
It's
Twitter.
really pointless.
Like, everyone
I
was
just
like, "Oh
can't
my god,
believe
it was
how-
amazing!" I just tweeted a trailer. Enter about enter sand.
Everything turns into sand. It's really pointless.
That was a terrible trailer. I was like, yeah, that did nothing for me.
That would have worked really well as an initial reveal, I think. But at the point we were at when it was released, it was like,
Yeah.
okay, why?
Yeah.
What?
It's about-
Why?
This doesn't
Well,
tell us anything.
I honestly feel like they spent all this money making that cinematic sand trailer, and they didn't. They're like, no, we can't use that for the initial release. We've got to use this instead. And they're like, we've got this trailer in it. We spent all this money on it. Let's just chuck it out.
Yeah, they
Like,
can have
yeah.
it.
They
The
had no
ones who came
place for it.
before will love it. That'd be great.
Yeah. Classic.
It's all the codex that loves everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
well,
That's
I
a good
mean, the
point.
ones who came before, they'll take what's actually been said and say it most of the time. But the codex will take something
Oh,
really
God.
minor and assume that it's
Yeah.
something
The
special
codex
or
is
important.
mental.
Was it the
It's-
codex
it's
that tweeted out?
always made up.
Was it the codex that tweeted out a spoiler?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
So they all did. They all did.
Oh right.
Access the Animus at least put spoiler warning at the top and didn't post the image with it. It just posted like
Yeah.
a link to the image, so it was
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah.
But I had to
Can you
unfollow all
imagine
the
that
AC
image
pages after
with
that.
the Access the Animus watermark on it?
Oh yeah, fucking hell. They
I
love
never saw
putting their
that spoiler.
watermark on things they don't own. It's really strange.
I don't get that. I mean, I can understand you having like a website and things like that, and being a forum sort of or community in their own sense, but you'd have to put watermarks on images you don't own.
Yeah, that is strange. I've always, because it's like, it'll be a screenshot from Ubisoft and they'll put a watermark on it. And watermarks are normally so you don't steal someone else's content, but they don't own it, so why are they watermarking it?
Yeah.
I get for videos, because that's like your gameplay or something. You don't want someone taking something you've done in a game and using it as their own. But when it's just a screenshot that's provided by Ubisoft, I don't really understand watermarking it, because you don't own it. Why are you like claiming it? It's really strange.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I don't.
Just makes hunting thumbnails even harder when they drop news and information and stuff.
I'm running out of images of Bayek to use in my fucking thumbnail.
If you ever, the day, because you're gonna have to do it, George, like reuse the Bayek image, I'm gonna come and be like, what the fuck? You already used that Bayek image in the thumbnail.
Just do what I do
It'll
and
make me
coin a
cry.
meme of the same Bayek image. So whenever I do a reaction, I can use the same image.
Yeah,
of me
use the
reacting to
same
it,
reaction image.
Because now
over
it's
again.
just a joke and everyone gets it. Maybe not. Some people get a bit mad because they don't get it, but
You
most
just made
people
it a
get it.
meme, so you can just use it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's quite clever.
People
idea.
don't get it when I make jokes, because it's like when I made the rough house joke, everyone in the comments was, oh, it doesn't mean that, you fucking idiot. And someone threatened to sue me on fucking Gmail.
It's like, obviously it doesn't mean that. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Can you tell that story, please, George, about someone
Yeah.
trying to sue for a video?
Yeah, so I made the rough house joke in the video,
Explain,
which was
explain
clearly
the
a
rough house joke, because people.
Basically, okay, there was this article talking about Bayek's personality, and it was like, oh, you know, he's very serious sometimes, but he's also, you know, very happy and jokey, and he roughhouses the local kids. So
As Uncle Bayek. Yeah.
I didn't know, Uncle Bayek. I didn't know what roughhouse meant, so I googled roughhouse, and the first one was the actual definition. It was just like boisterous or playful behavior, and I was like, yeah, what else could it mean though? So I went on to Urban Dictionary, which is, you know, famous for having funny definitions for words. So I went on there and it said, when you fuck your girlfriend so hard she passes out, or something like that. So I used that in the video as a joke, and there were people in the comment section like, that's not what it means. Oh, that's disgusting. And there was this one that was like, it said, oh, I hope you never have kids, talking about children like that. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Christ.
I hope you never have kids, because they have boring ass parents that can't take a joke. And then they emailed me a few weeks later. And they, you know what? Let me get the email up 1 second, really, really quick.
Oh, I just took a sip of coffee and I'm gonna spit that everywhere when you said it.
Okay, now.
Oh,
See if I
God.
can get this fat email up, because it's a good one.
Bayek de Medici.
By
The last-
Medici. The last
No, no.
Medici.
Last Medici.
Uncle Bayek, the last Medici.
I found it. Here it is.
Okay.
Here, bud. I get you're a YouTuber, but you acted like a right asshole on your comment section when my other half commented on the joke about the rough house. We as parents find it sick, but didn't judge or call anyone. Didn't
Kind of
judge
did.
anyone or call anyone anything. So if you ever use slander towards us again, I will sue you. And trust me, if I see this email on a YouTube video, I'll sue you. I like your content, but you really let yourself down here. Best regards.
You need to mention it in a video now so that you
Put
can
it
get.
They-
see
I've
what
never
it's
seen
like.
I've never seen a 180 happen so quickly in an email. I will sue you. Best regards.
Yeah.
You make good content. Best regards.
We never said anything
love
about
that.
you. We never said anything
Oh.
about anyone. They said they hope I never have kids. And I'm sick.
It's funny because
Jesus
that you can
Christ.
tell that's obviously like a 13-year-old boy. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's just upset and he's trying to like email you to make you a bit scared because he doesn't like it.
Yeah. I tweeted out and it was like, you're gonna see me on the grounds of getting offended in the comment section.
That's
over
so
a joke.
funny.
Good luck. Good fucking
No one's
luck.
gonna take that fucking case. No,
Yeah,
no.
Brett said that, didn't he? He said
Yeah.
nobody's going to take that.
Yeah, the
Of
judge will
course,
just
like
laugh.
it wouldn't go to a judge. He'd go to his lawyer, and the lawyer would be like, "Yeah, I can't do it.
You're
This.
a
What are you talking about?"
retard.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the lawyer would be
I'm
like,
just
"You
gonna
don't
do
have a
that.
case."
Yeah,
You're a
Yeah.
fucking dunce. Leave.
God, that's hilarious.
it was a
How
classic.
crazy is it though when you think about the 2 years of Origins, the build up, like
Yeah.
Origins only got revealed 3 months ago.
I
Damn,
know
mental.
that's insane.
in 3 months.
It's been
Jesus.
it's happened
like it's
so
Been a
fast.
while.
I feel like it's been here for a while, actually, to be fair. Just because of the original Empire leak. We've had it for
But
so
it's
long.
in comparison, yeah, we spent a year and a half not knowing,
Speculating about a game.
and only like 3-4 months actually knowing.
Yeah, that's true.
Before it
That's
comes
what
out.
I kind of hope they do it again. Like, don't just go back to yearly releases and they keep doing the same thing, because it's kind of
Yeah,
nice
with
to
the
have that
build-up.
build-up. I think the community likes it as well. I
You
think
get a
it's
lot of
nice.
money.
So
Well,
yeah,
how
you
much
get
do
a
you
lot of
think-
money.
Yeah.
How much did the community grow in the year off? Still, like
mean,
we all thought it was going to be a
insane.
quiet year when like they're like, we're not doing game this year. We're like, oh, I guess it's a quiet year, guys. Next
I mean,
minute.
I mean, for me, I don't know about everyone else, but it was my biggest year of growth. Was
You doubled,
2016.
didn't you?
I mean, it's obviously been more this year, but my biggest so far was 2016. By that point, so
I mean,
like,
to put it into
it's mental.
perspective, I had 700 subscribers at the beginning of 2016, and by the time AC Origins had been announced, I was on like what 15,000, which is mental. I've grown so much.
Don't know what happened this year to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What happened
Jesus
was
Christ.
I started the year on like 6,000, and then I discovered that you could make top 5 videos, and here we are.
and then
26,000.
and the rest is history.
Classic.
Yeah, I know it's been a crazy year. I started the year with 8,000 subscribers, and I think I still have 8,000 subscribers.
Oh,
no, hang on. I have 8,600, so it's okay, guys.
Your
Don't
goal
worry
for
about
last year was 10k.
it. Hey, look, you know what? I may not have. I can't even say this. I may not have the subscribers, but I have a degree, so there's that.
Ooh.
There's
And a
that.
solid 2 as well.
Yeah, well, I just had a shower, so it's a solid 1 at the moment. But you know, no, but seriously, it's fucking been awesome seeing you guys. How much you've grown is insane. It's actually crazy to me. Like, I had more subscribers than both George and Ethan, like at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know
Like,
how that
lol.
has changed.
Fuck that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I can't even remember having like being a respectable sub count. Like, I don't remember that. I'm like, wait, what? I was like second. Lol.
Yeah,
Like,
you
when
were
the-
you were in the race.
Yeah.
But I was
George
also
hit 10K
making videos all the
last year.
time. There was a time I was making videos all the time.
I miss those
You know what I mean?
days. Those were good days. See, that's the thing. The community, it's been really sad because our community's
just been you
me,
three.
Yeah, it's been me, George, and Ethan for fucking too long because Nick fucked off and you fucked off. And it's just
Nick
us
made it.
three. We need everyone to come back.
Joe fucked off. Joe was
Oh,
in the
God,
race.
he's
He was
been
at the top of
he's
his
been
game.
fucking on for ages.
Nick has come back.
He's come back now.
He's uploaded one video.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I'm back now. I am back now. But also, to be fair, real quick, never left. Done podcast every week for 2-3 years. So I don't know.
You
I've
did
been
do
here.
that.
I've
Oliver
been here.
had a presence.
Yeah.
You've been about. Yeah, that's true.
I've been about. I'm
About.
sorry, 3
Been
hours of
about.
podcasting every week. What the fuck?
Yeah, you've been knocking about.
Yeah.
Knocking around.
Knocking about.
Hanging about. Like a bat
I've never-
upside
Swing
down.
around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to next year for me because there's no more university. I'm fucking finished. It's over. As of
Yeah.
in 5 days, I'm completely done. But I've only got a couple little things to do. But I'm glad I've got to do a couple of videos though before Origins came out, like this countdown series. Like, thank God I was able to do it because that's actually been really fucking fun and just
Yeah. I've been enjoying
something,
it.
just something. It's small. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Yeah.
And then once Origins is out, shout out to Ubisoft Australia. They're going to give it to me for free, so fuck yeah.
Fuck.
I love how I didn't expect to get it because I haven't been doing any videos. I just messaged them like, oh, I just wonder if I can get Origins. They're like, yeah, definitely, man, for sure. I'm like, oh, cool. That was it.
Did they
I'm like,
say
"Oh,
for
sweet."
sure?
They said definitely. They go, yeah, definitely we can.
How Australian do you get?
Yeah. And they're like, cheers, mate. I'm like, yeah, thanks, mate. Oh, cheers. Fucking sick and good and kid, apparently.
Oh, no.
Sick and good and rough house, I guess.
Right.
And
Don't
rough
be saying that. That's sick. I hope you never have children ever.
Oh God. Now we've talked about the last 2 years, but in the last like 3 months, all these fucking Origins trailers and demos, and I've never, ever seen so much Assassin's Creed trailers, gameplay videos, and shit ever before than in the last 3 months.
Unity had a lot.
Unity
It was,
Unity didn't
but it wasn't
have-
like
it
this
wasn't
where they
'cause
just
no
had
one-
every community member had 7 videos a day. Like the game is
Yeah.
already out. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tennis Trainer has like 3 videos a day, exclusive stuff. I'm like, it's like he's played the whole fucking game. It's like the game's out or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, it's awesome, but like, I don't watch anymore because I don't want to. I've seen enough. I just want to play the game.
haven't-
I haven't been watching that many gameplay videos because I haven't seen like Memphis or Alexandria or anything because I don't want them
Neither have I.
spoiled for me.
I mean, I've seen Memphis, but I haven't seen Alexandria because Alexandria is going to be like the staple.
Yeah,
the
I
experience.
don't want to ruin that. That's one thing. That's one line I won't cross. I'm not going near that.
Is anyone skeptical here at all, or not excited or worried about something?
No.
No. I'm pretty.
I'm pretty hyped.
I'm pretty
Yeah, so-
confident in most
Yeah.
things.
But
There's a
there's-
lot of things that we don't know about, like narrative and modern day. But I think the only thing we can really judge is the way that they're handling everything else. We've got to be like, well, that's all pretty good. So I guess we can be positive for other things
Yeah.
that could be in the game because we don't know one way or the
Yeah.
other. But the only evidence we have is the other things they're getting right. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see for those things. But there's nothing I'm concerned about necessarily.
Well, there's no like. Can we clarify this for people that are listening as well?
Okay.
Modern day is 100% in the game, by the way. I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
guys have listened to Kill Connor
Luma's
Club.
seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luma has seen it and revealed it accidentally. Not really accidentally. He said it on
Like,
purpose, but
deliberately
without
did
knowing
so,
he
but
shouldn't have
didn't
said it. Yeah, he shouldn't have said it. But he
What
said
did
he's
he
seen
say?
the modern day. He said,
Oh, he's
I've seen
seen
the
it,
modern
yeah.
day.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said,
Remember
yeah,
it.
he said there's one thing he saw while he was there that he wasn't meant to see, and he was like, oh, that's the modern day. And we were like, whoa, wait, what? And he's like, yeah,
Nick
I
was
wasn't
like,
meant to see it. Like, it was
"You should
accident. It was
poison."
just on a screen. Like,
Shit.
and it was like, oh, okay.
And as opposed to killing anybody that sees him, Ubisoft thought it's Luma. It's fine.
It's Luma. Luma can get away with anything.
I mean,
Yeah, that kind
I feel as if BPR saw it, they'd have to kill him, but because he'd
Jesus.
tell everyone.
Like with the syndicate stuff with the
Oh,
Juno
yeah.
thing, and he
I
just
think that
posted it
ruined-
online, and they told him not to.
I think
That's
did it
that's
anyway.
fucking hilarious.
I love it because it was at the event. Like a developer said, "Nah, you're not allowed to go near that," and had to like reset his game or whatever. But he still had the footage and uploaded it anyway.
Yeah.
He not only did that, but like he told you, James, and me secretly because he told us something he saw, and we're like, "Oh, what the fuck is it?" And he told us. I'm like, "Oh, that's sick." And then he uploaded it. I'm like, "You're a fucking idiot! Why would you upload that? This is
Yeah.
a terrible idea."
I think that decision single-handedly tarnished his reputation with Ubisoft, and now he
Yeah.
no longer gets invited to their events and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
That's
He,
true. Yeah.
it's something that I was listening to the Center Strain podcast again the other week, and he was talking about like being a full-time YouTuber, and something he said which was calls back I guess what we're talking about here with BPR. It's like he's like always try to be just respectable and don't try to like make shortcuts and like try to break
Yeah, break NDA. Yeah.
NDAs to like get ahead or something. Don't be those guys and stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't break in it.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
breaking an NDA agreement in itself does something wrong.
Yeah.
So, if you have an NDA agreement, don't break it. You have to
Yeah.
respect that to its full.
I don't understand how anyone could break it. Like, why would you do
Well,
that? Because
yeah.
the video is just going to get removed, and then you're not going to be invited to anything, and they could take legal action. Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense. It's not even a
they could
logical
take
thing
legal
to do.
action, 'cause
Yeah, surely you thought about it beforehand.
It's BPR.
I guess not. I
wouldn't
guess not, 'cause he
pass him
uploaded
just
it.
on Fuck it.
Yeah.
Column said
Yes,
in the
hello
chat
there, guys,
the
girls.
art book as well was another thing of modern day.
Yeah.
Um,
There's videos about that and stuff. It's like
That's true.
there's 2 pieces of art, isn't there, of modern day?
Is there two?
There's like there's that guard. I thought it was
Yeah.
just the guard with like the Abstergo.
Oh,
no, there's a
there's
desert with
two.
like
Yeah.
tech equipment.
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff
two.
and temps
Yeah,
and shit.
you're right.
And then there's
yeah.
the van, the wheels of the van.
Like a
Looks
tarpaulin
like a
over it.
van, yeah, with like the top, yeah.
Like we know what's there. Like anyone with
Oh,
the whole
100%.
achievements end up being modern day achievements is just to me like you don't really need modern day achievements.
Yeah.
But they're also smart enough to know. Ubisoft are also smart enough to know it is a big secret the modern day, and they know the trophy list has to come out before the game. It always comes out around the start of October, end of September. So things get spoiled every time that happens. So we know they're probably just thinking, let's not even do trophies for that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You don't need them anyway.
I'd have made
There's so much to
secret
do in the
achievements,
ancestor
but, you know.
storyline. Save the achievements and trophies for the
Yeah.
ancestor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, speaking of modern day, though, while we're on the topic, what are we all thinking? Third person,
We going around in a
refresh,
circle, or are
restart.
we-
Yeah,
Third
just-
person
I think-
shooter.
whatever you want. Yeah, man. Fucking Mass Effect Andromeda up in here.
Mass Effect what?
Android.
Andromeda.
Maybe not Andromeda.
What are we talking about Mass Effect Andromeda
wake up,
for?
you're in
Did I
space,
miss
oh,
something?
shit.
Third person shooter. I was just
Third
talking
person
shit on
yeah.
it.
It's probably gonna
Oh,
be
I mean,
too.
I'm not against the idea of it possibly being an Uncharted style third person shooter with, you know,
Yeah.
with sort of, because I mean Brotherhood was, to me, was always the pinnacle of modern day, going towards sort of Uncharted style, like, you know, exploring ruins and stuff, when you kind of got the banter between all the characters, and that sort of very Uncharted to me. So adding that plus a layer of third person shooter, you know, because I think the gameplay from the Ancestor story translates really well into the modern day. So I mean, they could easily take everything, like Ash has been saying, you know, we've got like the shotgun bow and like the rapid fire bow and, you know, long range ones and stuff. And I think those translate well into, you know, way better than the guns did in AC3 translated into weapons, because there was that one part of 3 when you go into Abstergo and you've got the pistol and it's all a bit weird and sort
It
of
is a bit
janky.
weird.
And I think the bows in Origins would translate way better into weapons in the modern day. So who knows what they're going to do there. But, you know, I mean, I'm pretty certain we're going to get a proper character, third-person stuff. And I'm pretty sure about that.
Let's
I
give,
don't really see why you need to be shooting anything in the modern day. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
I don't think we need it.
Parkour is fine.
I don't think we
Yeah,
need it. I just think
obviously.
they might add it because I think it gives more. Because I think
Flash.
there's more to it then, especially if it's done in a good way, like I said, like in a way similar to Uncharted. Because I think that early games like 2 and Brotherhood were restricted in that sense, where like in 2 when you fight guys, like you're in the modern day, but for some reason they've just got like batons, and it's like, why do they just have batons? Would you not
Yeah.
go
And then,
with a
and then when
rifle?
they go and
Surely
shoot,
they'd have guns.
and when they shoot, they
Shoot
have
me.
to like aim it for ages
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're programmed to. That's so
Just a
fucking
Yeah,
reskin.
dumb.
it's like if you're gonna do guns, do it. You've got to do it right. And if you're not gonna do it right, then just don't include them, because you can just do without them. Like just have some parkour shit.
yeah, the Assassin's Creed 3 modern day, that bit in Abstergo where everyone's taking loads of guards out and things. Well, I'm going to call them guards because that's what they are. And they're just there aiming the guns really slowly and attacking you with batons.
Yeah, it's
like,
really
oh,
it's really silly.
I've killed like 20 of you. At what point are you not going to bring out some assault rifles and kill me?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit
Like,
silly.
come on. You just go straight into Vidic's office and they don't even try even then. So it's like, give me the apple. You just shoot him and take it.
Yeah, it's like, give me the
What are you
apple. All these
doing?
guys have guns. They're not even trying to shoot
Could
Desmond.
have just shot Desmond.
Oh, it's because
easily.
they're like, oh, it's an assassin. Maybe it's time to get out of this shell. I don't get
You
paid.
run fast with boot
Oh,
on.
what's this?
I also don't understand why you just like Vidic's just sitting there like, give me the apple. What do you think's gonna happen? Okay, here it
Yeah,
is.
here's
Here it
the
is.
apple.
So, and there's the game. What the fuck do you think's gonna happen? You stupid little.
Well,
cunt?
he's trying to trade his dad, isn't he? He's like, if you don't give me the apple,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill your dad. And
I mean, he's
obviously,
gonna kill him
Vidic is
anyway.
kind of
'Cause he has
underestimating
William.
the power of the apple, isn't he? Because obviously Desmond can
Vidic's
just
not that
activate the
stupid.
apple.
That annoys me because Vidic's not that stupid.
That's true.
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
been
that
studying
stupid,
it for
yeah.
so fucking long.
He saw what Al Mualim did with the apple.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest shit of all time. What a stupid character moment.
I mean,
I'm
maybe
actually
given
more
it-
annoyed.
I mean, to be fair though, the last time he saw
No, he's
Desmond,
just
he was a
ruined
complete
the
pussy. So he's just he's
Yeah.
thinking Desmond won't even fucking use the apple. He probably doesn't even know how to use it. He's just gonna leave
What?
it here.
A complete pussy at the end of AC2 that was willing to kill him.
Yeah.
He killed Lucy already. Like, what the fuck do you think's gonna
That's
happen?
true. Yeah, it is a bit of a fucking silly moment, isn't it? The
Yeah,
fuck,
it's fucking
Vidic.
stupid as shit.
God.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
fucking
Vidic,
Fuck,
you
stupid as shit.
dumbass. The fuck. Oh, well.
Fucking hell.
God, they really didn't think that through. They thought, let's
Nah.
make a dramatic moment, a
Not at
dramatic father-son moment where they come to an understanding through dramatic circumstances. Oh, but what's this? We have to include video. Oh, I know. Why don't we just kill him there and do it in a really ridiculous way that doesn't do his character any justice at all? Oh, that's a great idea.
Well, do you know what's do you know what's even better idea? Make a shit movie that completely contradicts the whole law and kill.
We don't talk about the
Alan
movie.
Riken and kill Alan Riken in it. That's what.
Wait.
That's fucking.
Movie. There was a
Who the
movie.
fuck's Alan Riken?
Yeah.
He's in the first game, bro. He's a
Alan
main.
Riken, though.
Nah, man, it's Riken.
Oh shit.
It's fucking Riken, bro.
The
What are you
movie's
talking
right.
about? Yeah.
Fucking what's her
Alan
name?
Riken's dead.
what's her fucking name? Isabel Ardan from Syndicate. She's wrong. When she pronounces it Rickon, she's wrong. That's
She's
it.
gotta
correct.
be wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
why
a
she got
far.
fired.
common assumption, but a bit romantic.
Romanticized.
Okay, I was a stupid little cunt.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's fucking true.
Christ.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
I'm
true.
not arguing with that.
It's like, it's a bit romantic, you fucking moron. I'm just so mad about it.
It's
Like,
so
see, I'm-
dumb the way he says it. It's like, just put it in the game, though. Why are you? Why? Like, why are you against it? What reason is
what-
there for changing this?
You know,
What else did he retcon that you were getting mad at, James?
Um.
mean-
Oh, was it Bayek's Hidden Blade? Like
was it?
the way
Did
the
he-
Oh, yeah.
the way the Hidden Blade's being advertised. It's Bayek's, but it's being advertised as the first Hidden Blade. I mean, I think that the way of getting around that is just it's Darius's that Bayek finds. That's why he sort of develops the blade.
Hope
Because
so.
also Darius didn't lose his ring finger because obviously there was no ring finger losing ritual then because there was no brotherhood, which I actually like that continuity kind of holds together even with the old shit. So obviously Bayek finds Darius's hidden blade and then after that develops some form of cutting off your ring ceremony thing.
Why would you
Then I don't
Yeah.
know why he's mental,
It's a bit
but after
dumb.
that
He just
I'd
goes,
say
I
that-
need
It
this.
just goes, this should happen.
I'd say that afterwards he develops like any future hidden blades and then developed to require the sacrifice to be used after that point. I'd say because I don't think Darius's doesn't require it because Darius didn't lose his finger. So
No, yeah, it's more of a ceremonial thing, right? Just it was like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
commitment because a ring finger's like, I guess, well, not back then, but like in modern times, right? It's a fucking ring finger for to have a wedding ring or something on. So here it's like being a fucking Catholic priest. You know, you're married to the church, just like, you know, Bayek's married to being an assassin and
He's
he
got a
loves
wife as
children.
well.
So there's the similarities there.
He loves
between-
roughhousing kids.
Yeah, exactly. He's exactly the
Bayek
same
and
as a
Aya
Catholic priest.
roughhouse the kids of Memphis.
It's a
I'm so
great
Bayek.
comparison. I'm just saying.
Like,
Catholic priest, Bayek.
Yeah, that's
They're both
true.
married to their order and they love small children. So
Oh,
No,
damn.
not Bayek. Don't ruin Bayek.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't realise you were going to get this a joke.
I'm not
God.
saying it. It's just science. Like, you can't, I'm a scientist, so that's all I'm saying.
Agree with this, Tyler.
Yeah.
Science
Yeah, I didn't
guy.
make it up. You guys are just trying to romanticize Bayek. I'm just being real here.
Oh god. Okay, I have a question for everyone.
No,
It-
I asked the questions.
I want to know everyone's thoughts on the combat because a lot of people have differing
I
opinions.
think it's a shift in paradigm.
Shift in.
Yeah, all right. Thanks. I didn't see that one coming.
Okay.
But like in terms of, I mean, the appearance of it compared to the way the sort of functions. Like, what are your thoughts on it overall?
Promising, to be honest.
You know,
Guys,
ask- I'm gonna-
guys, please
Sorry. I was
give
expecting
me
you to
something.
ask- expecting you to ask
Well, who
a
do you want me
rate.
to go through? Do you want to
Tyler.
Okay, go Tyler.
Holy
you go
shit!
Then.
All right. I'm eating fucking biscuits. So I was like, I'll just mute my mic. You guys can answer. Then no one said anything. I'm like, for fuck's sake, guys! Holy shit! There's 5 of us. Can no one say
Everyone was
fucking-
waiting. They didn't want to talk over each
Hey,
other.
hey guys, is there any way there can be no dead air for once? There's 5 of us. For fuck's sake.
See, what's difficult about it is we don't know who's going to say what and when, so we have to sort of time it right. Otherwise, we'll just talk over each other and it'll be a mess.
That's true.
Well,
Yep.
in a
Okay.
rate.
What's wrong? I don't understand. I missed where there's a problem.
Okay, go Tyler. Go Tyler. Do it.
Okay.
Say- okay. Combat.
I've never thought the Assassin's Creed combat has ever been that great anyway.
Mhm.
So I'm totally for, if you're going to redo it, totally redo it from the ground up, right? Like, I've always liked it. There's never been a game where I've been like, it's shit, except Syndicate was terrible, actually, now that I remember. I just forgot that was a game
Yeah,
for a
it's
second.
very bad.
That was by far the worst combat I've ever seen in my entire life in any game. It made me feel sick. I threw up in my mouth a couple of times. I just threw my mouth up in my mouth, actually, just thinking about it.
It wasn't very
Um,
nice, was it?
Yeah, well, it's a fucking parody game of the franchise.
It had parody combat. It was really cartoony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so fucking. You stab a guy in the neck 7 times. He's like, nah.
Desert Dog.
He's just like, cool, bro, that was sick. I'm like, dude, I just stabbed you through the neck. You're like, no. And my bald twin's gonna do the same as well. After. Okay, cool. No, but I think this. Yeah, I've no problem with the combat being totally reshifted into a new paradigm. So I mean, they've gone full cartoon in the sense of the whole game's an RPG, right? So they've tried to make it challenging. So it's okay to be a bit over the top in some ways. I do get people going, I don't understand. If I stab a guy, he dies in stealth. I'm like, I do get that. I understand what he's saying, but you've got to make the argument, oh no, they've got real good armor on, it's hard to stab them. I don't know. There's some excuse. It's a video game at the end of the day, right? But I think it looks really good. The problem I have is, not the problem, the worry I have is, like I do with any Assassin's Creed game after Unity, will it work when I play it? You know, it doesn't look totally, clean yet to me.
Sure.
So we'll wait and see how it feels when I play it. But by looking at it, I'm happy with it. I think it looks really cool. And it could turn out to be the best combat in the franchise, because it's not like there's any reason I've been like married to any sort of combat system. They've all had their good qualities and bad qualities. So we'll just see how it goes.
Really tedious.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly right. That's true.
Anyone else?
So,
Okay, well,
Ethan?
I'll add.
All right, go
George,
for
you
it.
go. George, you go. Yep.
Okay, so I already like the combat in Origins. I actually made a whole video talking about reasons why I like it. Like, my only problem is some of the animations look a bit janky here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I heard was, when you're playing it and you've experienced the combat enough and you're actually good at it, it feels like it flows more. But once you're new to it, it does feel a bit like stuttery. It feels not like it flows very well. Once you get used to it, it becomes more natural as anything. And I think that the same goes for how the combat looks. If there's someone who's experienced that's playing it, it looks like it flows more. Whereas if it's someone that's just picked up the game at an event and hasn't played the game at all, it looks really shit. It's kind of based on who's playing it. Like, because we had that piece of gameplay, the high-level gameplay, which was the person that designed the combat was playing it, and it looked a whole lot better. And then we see people playing it at Gamescom and the events, and it's like, well, they clearly don't know how to play it, so it doesn't look good, and they're probably not enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
I think I'd rather combat played well than looked good.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I feel as if it's one of those ones, like, with previous Assassin's Creed combats, like Threes and Black Flags, they were fun to watch, but to play, they felt a bit tedious.
Yeah.
I feel as if watching the Origins combat in a video might be a bit tougher than playing it, Because if when you play it, you'll forget about how it looks. You'll be like, this is satisfying, or whatever.
Yeah, it's good, because, I mean, I feel like previously in Assassin's Creed, the combat was more of a means to an end, whereas the combat in Origins is more sort of like a main gameplay feature. Like, that's sort of one of the things that's part of the challenge and part of the game, as opposed to the combat just being there to allow you to progress. So I think, I think that's one of the positives, and I think the combat's definitely way better than it's ever been. But, again, I do agree with what everyone says. The way that it looks is a little bit sort of all over the place sometimes. But in terms of mechanics and stuff, I can sort of forgive that because it will probably play really nicely, so...
And that's like any good, high quality game these days. So let's face it. If you were just watching Skyrim or you were just watching Horizon Zero Dawn be played combat wise in like big boss battles, it looks ridiculous. But when you're playing,
it does.
When you're playing it, you don't think about that because you're just like satisfied. You're like, shit. Okay, this next. When I'm battling like a bunch of hordes of fucking machines in Horizon, I'm fucking shooting down like tripwire bombs mid like sprint. And then like shooting them with arrows in slow motion, and then like flipping around setting things on fire. Like, it looks, if I had just watched it, it would look ridiculous. But when I'm playing, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I got to do this, and then the strategy to do this, and that's what it looks like with Origins. So I think you're right when you guys say that it'll play really well, better than it looks, because I think most good games don't actually look that great with combat. Like, what's a good game that looks really good and plays really well with combat wise? Maybe the Batman Arkham games.
I mean,
that's like all I can think of.
Yeah, but then
Shadow of War
did feel a little tedious, to be honest, with the combat. Like a little tedious.
Yeah.
The
in
Origins
early
one?
game,
Yeah,
it was.
beating people. It's a shame. Like, okay, go down now because I've had enough. So.
Yeah. In the early game of Batman
the
Arkham,
thing is, just make sure you're leveling up, right, and being ahead, because it'll look and be really tedious if you're trying to battle really high level enemies and you're on low level. Like, I'm just gonna spend my time doing side quests and be super over leveled, so I feel like a badass.
Yeah, sure.
I feel as if a lot of us are just gonna hit the side content first.
Yeah.
Do
do
plenty
I don't
of
wanna-
content.
like
Yeah.
that.
missions.
I don't want to rush my way through the story.
I mean,
so
I feel as if
Yeah.
I read this somewhere. Origins, I get the vibe that they're gonna force the side content a little bit, and hear this out here. So how they said it is, the main story quests will have a steep leveling curve, which encourages you to.
So it's like Black Flag though.
With
I
like
mean,
the
yeah.
ship, like the way sometimes missions were locked
Yes,
unless
ship.
you were the right level, or like it was
Yeah.
like.
I mean, they weren't locked unless you had.
yeah, I don't think they're locked. I
Oh,
just
they
think
weren't
it's,
locked. It just
I
would
think
pop up
Rogue
on
was
the
There's like
screen.
there's like
yeah.
a barricade of ships blocking the way, and they were higher level ship wise than your
Yeah,
ship.
like,
So you
could
make sure you
take
have
it
to spend some
on, but,
time.
like, don't.
Yeah.
because
You're gonna get
yeah.
fucked up. Yeah. Like, and if you went past certain forts or there'd be hurricanes and shit, and it's like you can't go to Kingston unless you do some shit with your ship. So
Yeah.
don't just fucking try to sail to Kingston. You
Mm.
know. So,
Yeah, I think
but
that's a
I
good
loved
thing.
that.
I
I
think that's a
love
good
that.
thing.
I think Black Flag was
Horizon
the
does the same
most
thing, and Witcher
grindy.
does the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as if they've said it's a steep leveling curve, so sort of like Black Flag, where it recommends that you upgrade your ship before you do this naval mission, which you'll ignore and you'll be fine. But I feel as if with Origins, when they say steep leveling curve, they actually mean it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I feel as if the side content, it won't be directly forced. If you want to go headfirst into a quest that you're not ready for, go ahead, see what happens. Ashraf Ismail said it's doable, but it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why they've got the difficulty settings there. So, like, if you do just want to go through the story, set your game on easy, and
Oh
then
no, who
just
does
play through the story. But it's like, yeah,
scrub.
obviously not going to do that. But yeah,
Difficulty settings.
you what? What?
What do you guys think of the difficulty settings?
Oh,
I'm glad.
I
I'm
like it.
happy.
Yeah, I'm glad they've
I like
added
it
that
as
in.
well.
I'm glad they're not just doing bits of RPG. I'm glad they're just going right. This is just full RPG now. Because if you're gonna go RPG, you kind of have to do everything.
Yeah.
Are you going to go first playthrough on the highest difficulty?
Yeah,
gonna go
No,
normal.
no,
I
I'm
am.
gonna go
No,
normal.
I'm
I
gonna go
am.
right in the
Nah.
middle on the normal.
No, I'm
'cause
going
that's how I
hard.
usually go through first time.
I'm going.
I feel
I'm
like there's going to
hard.
be is there achievements for going on hard?
I think there will be, but is there
Most
one?
likely. I don't know.
Sure.
No, but the achievements are out already.
Yeah, I
are
know,
there
Yeah, I'm
achievements?
not sure. I don't remember any being there for.
I
going
don't
on
think
hard.
there are, but if there are, I'm just going to do hard straight away. so.
I haven't read the
No,
achievement.
I'm definitely doing hard straight away, regardless.
I always
You know what?
do hard.
I might save hard because I'm going to play through everything 100%, get all the achievements, and then I'm going to do a second playthrough for Free Roam for Justice. So I might do hard for Free Roam for Justice and do normal for the first one, just so I can plan it all.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Free Roam for
Yeah.
Justice season 3. Oh,
Oh,
it's gonna
Yeah.
be good. It's gonna.
Looking
Oh,
forward to that for sure.
fuck! I hope so. It just depends on whether Origins is good, right? And there's good side content.
Mm.
just gonna hope you find a portal to jump out of to start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
Go find a
Yeah, it
Juno
is.
event. Maybe that'll be.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
Maybe that'll be a
I'll,
portal.
I'll,
Who
I'll,
knows?
don't you guys worry. I'll figure it out. I've
Oh
already got a
no,
plan.
because when you load up the screen, never mind. Moving on.
All right.
Moving on.
What were we talking about? Did we finish?
Uh,
that? Was that it?
difficulty
Combat
settings.
and difficulty settings.
Uh,
I was
Combat
saying, like, yeah. So if you want to set it on easy, then you can just go through the story.
Yeah.
Be a bit bored,
Otherwise, you know.
but too
It's
easy.
it's a full RPG.
Yeah, and I mean, so far they've said there's no new game plus mode, but it might get added in the future, which would be great.
I do
because
hope
I would
so.
like that. And
I think
also,
they'll do that.
For a
no,
hard.
so far there's no ability to replay any missions or quests, but they might add that in post launch, which I'm more convinced they'll add that in the new game plus. To be honest,
Yeah.
like I do think we'll get new game plus, so I'm pretty sure post launch, like maybe like a week or two after, they'll add in the replaying missions. I feel
I'd
like that's
love
something
New
they
Game
have to do.
Plus.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that RPGs need, like New
Yeah.
Game Plus.
I don't
mode.
understand. What's New Game Plus?
It's
It's
where
where
you
you-
start the game
Yeah.
again with all your stuff in it,
Yeah, with all the gear you had.
and all the upgrades. But you
Is that going to
turn
be
up
in
the
Origin? Is
difficulty.
that confirmed?
No, it's
Not
it's
for
not,
Origin,
it's
it
not
will, but-
in day one, but they said they might add it post launch, which is the same as for Horizon. That wasn't in.
It's
day
it's
one.
in Horizon.
But
No.
they
that
added
came
it
out
post launch.
I remember that. So there's no. I don't understand how there's no replay missions. That makes no sense.
I
Yeah, it's
Why
suppose
the fuck
because
would they take that out?
I suppose
I mean-
It's in the
because it's
just go to your DNA menu.
But
Replay
there
it. What
is
the
no
fuck we
DNA menu anymore because
Oh.
it's full RPG. Everything's tracked by the quest log, so it's like taking the full RPG.
I'm
Yeah.
hyperventilating.
That's right.
Oh, hang on. I'm about to freak out.
So everything's sort of different mechanics wise. So they'd have to add a separate menu for it, and like, so I'm assuming, I think they'll just do it post launch. I think post launch we'll get a new thing, and there'll be a separate menu where you can just access previous missions. I mean, it's in like fucking Shadow of War. They're within the quest log. You can pick, like, you can go through your completed quests and click replay on them. So I'm sure they'll add it. I feel like they will.
I'm just worried that they don't now, because it'll be a really great quest towards the end of the game, I can imagine, and you'll just want to replay it, but you can't. Like, it'll be a really cool set piece or something, but you won't be able to do it.
Yeah, it was always disappointing that you couldn't.
Stupid.
You couldn't
imagine
replay
not being able to
Question 2.
replay the Revelation set pieces.
Hopefully they add that in.
Stop saying this shit.
We set Tyler into a bit of a crisis state.
The fuck? What is this, a downgrade? What the fuck are we talking about? You can't
Ubisoft downgrade.
Ubisoft downgrade. Downgrade soft.
Downgrade soft.
Where they don't downgrade their graphics, they downgrade their gameplay. No pre-order for me.
Never pre-order games ever.
Never ever.
Well, people who judge you for pre-ordering games, like, I'm gonna get the game anyway.
Well, when the game's free, I don't care.
But you're getting it free, aren't you? Because Ubisoft Australia, like, for sure, fam.
Ubisoft Australia and every other department of Ubisoft other than the UK has good PR.
Yeah. Like, even Nick's getting one.
I did send them an email.
James, honestly, if you don't think you're blacklisted from Ubisoft,
They respond to
crazy.
me. They respond to me.
You're very mistaken. You're very delusional if you don't think you're blacklisted.
You've got to assume that you're blacklisted. So
They never respond to me.
They never
if you don't
respond
think
to
you're also
Ethan or
blacklisted,
George
you're also
for some reason.
If you don't think the two of you aren't blacklisted, you're mistaken.
I mean, I won't.
I'm definitely not, because they respond to me.
Yeah.
But just not as often as I'd like. They respond and they're like, they sent me this big long email about all of their like policies and stuff, just like so they could sort of explain how review copies would work and when I can expect to get one and stuff. And then they were like, we our PR is always super busy and we miss a lot of emails and we're trying to get better at it. And I'm like, fucking do your job properly.
Jesus Christ, trying to get better. But to be
I am
fair,
more
like,
Literally, their one
It's
job.
like I appreciate they're busy, but like their only job is PR. Like, you know, when I send you an email 3 months ago, you know, reply to it at some point maybe. That'd be helpful.
But also, like, I mean, to be fair to Ubisoft Australia, in comparison, like, I'm the only person that messages them.
They get about 3
Like-
emails a year.
Like, I'm their best friend, and they're all from me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that time of year again? Tyler's just messaged us. Ah! Freak out. But it's good just to think to myself, I'm like, I haven't paid for an Assassin's Creed game since Unity. Oh, that's good. That's a good feeling.
Oh yeah, because you got Syndicate free as well.
Did you get the
And
extra?
And you still didn't like
you
it.
did pay for
I got a tier collection
Syndicate
early.
though.
Oh no, I did get Syndicate, but I already
You
bought it.
already bought it, yeah.
So they gave me an extra copy, so I just gave it away. I did a giveaway. But that's like the first time they offered me. I remember like they tweeted me going, "Can you follow us back, please?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? What?"
Tyler, was it a fake giveaway like BPR does?
What is that?
Does BPR do
Fake
fake
give-
giveaways?
Wait, when was this?
I don't fucking know, but in every single one of his videos, he goes, "Oh, I like the video and comment down in the comment section below for a giveaway of the game." So is he just gonna buy 2 copies of it to give it away, or is he getting it for free? I don't know.
He's not getting it. If I don't think he's got any sort of confirmation he's getting it, because it's nowhere near close to the game coming out. They're not gonna start, unless you're like IGN. They're not gonna start giving out copies yet, like, or start like
They'll give,
you know,
they'll
even
give
talking
free
about it
cover.
yet. You know, so
They
if
always
they
do.
if
No, I
BPR
definitely gave it away, so you know,
yeah,
for sure.
If BPR is to get one, obviously it'll be close to the time. But maybe they could give him a giveaway code. You don't know.
They might very well do that.
Because
They've done it before with BPR. They give him
but
codes.
I mean, I think that if he's advertising a giveaway this early on, he's probably planning on just buying 2 copies to give one away.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Is that not counterproductive?
No, because the point of giveaways is in the long run you're gaining way more views and subscribers because people subscribe to win the giveaway.
They
It's a
subscribe to
cheap way of artificially inflating your subscribers.
I definitely didn't get any subs for the giveaway though. Like it was just the people that already subscribed to me.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
most
like,
people
yeah,
are
I'll
going
answer.
to announce at the beginning, click subscribe to be entered into the giveaway, and then they get loads of subscribers through that.
I really don't like to bother with giveaways because people will just come along and be like, "I'm a subscriber. Here, give me the code now, fam," and then they'll be gone before you know it, aren't they?
Yeah, but Ethan used to get subs from doing streams of other people's subs going down.
Oh, yeah.
You can't sit there and talk about, well, I really care about subs sticking around.
Then Pyrocynical came along.
Yeah,
in the chat.
Pyrocynical went into it.
He commented
yeah,
gay
yeah.
or something like that.
LOL, it was LOL, wasn't it?
I was LOL.
About that, to be honest.
Did you have like 300,000 people watching one of those streams at one point or something?
In total.
Yeah,
In
like,
total, like
yeah.
that 300,000 views or something. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, not my proudest moment, but
Those were,
if I
those
think a
were
giveaway
hilarious.
now wouldn't be a good idea.
That was when
Ooh,
Leafy's
losing
sub
our
count was dropping, wasn't it? You did one of Leafy.
No, I didn't.
You did one of it was Tobuscus, wasn't it?
It was-
And
Yeah,
Fine
that
Bros,
was
yeah.
that was
Tobuscus, but the main one was Fine Bros.
Yeah,
that was the one that I think everybody was pissed off about. So that's the one that was actually good fun. That other one just felt a bit nah. Anyway, I've converted that entire channel to be my bot in my chat now, so it's called Big Dave. All the uploads are unlisted.
Big
Oh, is Big
Big
Dave
Dave.
just Fishy Jokester?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought, fuck it, I don't want people to know about this anymore. Big Dave.
I love
Why
Big
you put
Dave.
it Big Dave?
Yeah, and he's my chat bot. And
like
and yes, I did name it after a really obscure Assassin's Creed character.
Oh yeah, you did. Which one was it?
Big Dave from the Homestead in Assassin's Creed
Is
3.
his name Big Dave?
Yeah, his name's Big Dave.
Oh,
And he's a big
that's
guy.
so
called
random.
Big Dave!
Dave.
Oh, good
Big
on
Dave
you.
from
Good
Assassin's
job.
Creed
Good
3.
job.
Big
Good
Dave.
job, Corey May. Good job. You're such a fucking good at writing, Corey May. I'm so glad you're still around. Wait.
Oh, I see a
Yeah,
picture of him. Yeah, I remember this guy. He was.
Just a quick note. We've got over 200 people watching. So if everyone who's watching could hit like on this stream, we'll easily just smash over to past 200 likes, which are already almost past. So
Yeah.
let's just get going on to 300. We could easily get 300 by the end of the stream.
That'd be
Definitely.
fantastic.
Easily.
Yeah,
The goal's 400 by the end of the stream, but we could
like
easily
on
do
your
it.
olds.
Like on your roll,
Like
on your
guys.
roll.
I remember when we used to say that though. Like that was a
That
thing. We'd be
that
like,
was
just like
in
on rolls,
classic,
man.
I mean,
Like on rolls.
Hashtag like on your rolls. Hashtag artificially inflate the likes. Please, guys. We just want the
Yo,
stats.
that was
Like on your
that
roll.
was bad.
There's a spoiler for Origins. There's a big spoiler.
What?
Right. Well, we're not. Are we talking about the spoiler?
What? Where?
I was gonna ask James. Do you want to talk about this? Oh, I guess we shouldn't because
Nah,
there's a lot of people.
people. We don't want to lose people. Plus, I don't want to go into it because I didn't really look at it properly.
I mean, I haven't looked at it all. You told me what you knew,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh.
okay.
Because for some reason you asked me about it. Yeah,
Oh,
we
it's
won't.
just
We
a
won't
spoiler
talk
that
about it.
every-
I'm
Nah.
not that. I'm excited to see how the story of Origin goes, right? But
I
I'm
think
not that like invested in it before playing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to play Origins as like an RPG, but until I start playing the storyline, I don't actually care about the story right now. I'm like, okay,
I mean,
cool.
I
Like,
mean,
if someone spoiled the end of Origins for me, I'd be like, okay, whatever.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't
I'm
care.
not invested in the story, but I also don't want anyone to tell me what happens. I mean, it's
I
like
don't
before I
want someone
played
to tell me
like
what happens,
Horizon,
but if
like
someone
I wasn't
showed
invested, but I didn't want
me
to know what happened.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't care about Horizon before it came out.
Nah, me neither.
That, I mean, I cared about it. Like, I thought it looked fun, and I was like, I might get it. I don't know. And then I saw Colin review it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well, he reviewed it with somebody, but I don't dare mention his name on this podcast. Yeah, Colin Moriarty by himself reviewed Horizon, and he was just talking about how he's like, I think it's the best PS4 game there is. He's like, I like it better than Uncharted. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
Jesus.
Then I remember we all got it, and then we're like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. That was a good experience with a video game.
Well, that DLC comes out for Horizon in like 3 weeks, so
Frozen Wilds.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
that'll be so good. I followed all the like Guerrilla Games and the community managers, so I'm like gonna ask him like, hey, can I get Frozen Wilds, please? Pretty please. I'll do something on it. I might make videos. No, I won't. But
What happened to Horizon, Kingdom Hearts, and Assassin's Creed though?
I'll be doing Horizon, and I'll be doing Assassin's Creed next year. But I don't think I'll do Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I'd
Quite
like to,
separate
but it's
audiences.
just, but there's very separate. Like, it makes sense because Assassin's Creed is becoming an RPG now. So I feel like it makes sense to do them both because they're both RPGs.
Yeah.
So
That's a good
similar
mix, to be
audiences.
fair.
Yeah, so I might do other games, but the only games I do would be RPGs. Kingdom Hearts, is my favorite franchise, but same as Halo's my second. But I'm not going to do videos on them.
No.
We'll talk
Fair
about them on
enough.
the podcast and stuff, but I'm not going to focus on it. It'll be Horizon is probably number one, but just because I like it better. But
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed will, equal amounts, 50-50, I think.
Yeah, one of my favorite videos on your channel, Tyler, was the Dream Drop Distance review. When
Oh,
you cut
fuck
the
off,
audio
fuck
midway
off.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this?
don't you remember
I'm
when you talk your mid sentence and like you just stop and then
5 years ago. No, I
it's
don't
so
remember.
good.
Where was this?
I don't go back and watch my old videos like you fuckers do.
Oh, it's brilliant. I was watching all your old videos the other day. You do a beautiful review of the Freedom Edition of Assassin's Creed 3, where you get out the Connor statue and you're like, you got this beautiful Connor statue here.
Beautiful.
I hate when you do my voice.
And the one where you're like talking about the Elise, where you intro and you're like, what's up all you AC followers? It's the AC follower here.
What's up for you, AC?
It's amazing. It's outstanding.
You were looking for that
I-
page. I'm like, it's happened one time.
I know.
Like,
I
it's
made
not
a
thing
bunch of gifs and they're all really.
What's
They're
that,
not even
um,
gifs. I just cut it into small little video clips and put them on Twitter.
I
Isn't there
remember,
that?
I remember you doing one of those.
That was so cringy.
AC follower vlog one, that first one. What's that about? Italy and Destiny Midnight Launch. Wait, did you go to Italy while you were called AC follower?
Yeah. It was back
Oh,
in
classic.
2014.
3 years
wasn't it?
ago. 3 years ago, I was still AC follower, but I think I changed it November of 2014.
Yeah, it
so
was
it's
right
almost
at the
3
end,
years.
yeah.
Almost 3 years.
AC3
I had,
follower plays Minecraft.
That's the most autistic thing I've ever heard.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, this is yes. You
It's
joined the
actually-
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I built Monteriggioni in survivor mode.
Oh, what's that other thing? Fire team Night something. What's that?
Fire Team Mid. Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
I had a machinima back in Halo 4, and I remember I had like 3 seasons of this show planned out. I wrote the script for like 7 episodes for the whole first season. Like I spent weeks working on this. I recorded all the footage for the first episode. Like it's actually fucking good, but I just didn't have. I needed like a second Xbox. You know what I mean? I didn't have someone to help me do it because there's so many characters.
Could you not do it
Like,
online?
Yeah, but with who?
I don't know. Do you not have any? Wait, was it all you? There was no one else involved. It was just you.
It was just no. I had people that was going to get to voice it, but none of those people had Xboxes with Halo 4.
Oh, that's super depressing.
Yeah, so I didn't like. I had heaps of people that were keen on it. Like I even gave the script to some of my friends. They're like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do this. Like, it was good. Like
Just
I
play
actually thought it was.
split screen. Just sign in another controller and play split screen. Then go into theater mode, and it won't be split screen. There'll be 2
But that's what I was
characters.
doing. I was doing split screen, but I had like 7 characters on screen at once at certain points.
Oh well, that was probably bad
Right.
planning on your part.
Yeah, you could have thought
Well,
ahead.
It was a great idea, but like
Yeah.
it needed to be because it played into the actual after the Halo 4 storyline, and then it was all about like a fire team in the Spartan 4 program and all this shit. It's fucking sick, but like I'd like to do a video on it one day, just explaining the whole storyline just for a laugh, because I've got the
Do it on
script somewhere.
Ruthless Productions.
Fuck off, you little shit.
Tyler
know what that
Ruthless.
That's my last name, apparently, according to my wiki page.
Yeah,
Tyler's last name is
It's
Ruthless.
actually ruthless.
we revealed it right here, right now. Tyler
It's
Ruthless.
Tyler Ruthless.
Most people fucking know my last name. People try
Yeah,
to add me on
Ruthless.
Instagram all the time. People legitimately on Instagram every other day I get someone requesting a follow me. Like, fuck off.
They'll
I
probably
like
like
it, but you
find
don't-
you on my following list.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. The biggest time I got like 20 people in one day trying to follow me was when I commented on one of your Instagram posts.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's Tyler. That's Tyler. And I'm like, ah, shit.
Oh, classic.
Where's
Fuck's
this
sake.
Tyler's surname is Ruthless?
Okay, can we stop talking about me, please?
I want to find
Tyler
that Tyler
Ruthless.
Ruthless. I need confirmation. I don't know your surname. I need to find it.
Like,
Oh god.
I need to
Okay.
find it.
So we were talking about.
His name is Ruthless.
You found it. Okay.
The background bit.
Someone just commented in the chat: should Bayek have more than one love interest?
No.
No.
Should
No.
Bayek cheat on his wife? I think is the question he's asking.
No.
Sure, why not?
Why would he?
Add some complications. Why not?
What's the point?
There is no point. There'd be no point.
Do you
God,
think
it'd be
Aya
useless.
dies in Origins?
No,
Nah, she doesn't.
not.
Right?
she's in the comic.
Fucking
right?
hope she doesn't.
I
She
feel
does.
as they'll have a dirty fuck afterwards, and that's how it will.
Jesus
Rough
Christ.
houses her.
Well, she's in the comic. Is she not in the sequel comic?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we
Yeah, I
know
think
she doesn't
she
die.
is, so she
I'm
doesn't
pretty sure
die.
it's-
Sequel comics. Why the fuck would they be revealing all these sequel stuff after the game? What the fuck's wrong with them? Obviously, you know Bayek doesn't die, but for fuck's sake, what are you doing?
I mean,
If
to
If you
me,
want to
it's
get this
more.
comic book set after the storyline is this happens, I'm like, okay, thanks, bro. You fuck.
Yeah, I think that.
What's
But
this about the DLC?
I mean, to me, it's more that if we know that Aya doesn't die, then that means there's got to be more of a story to it. Like, there's got to be more sort of
Yeah.
like an investment in there, other than just will the main characters die. So now that's out the window. What's the main investment for the story if it's not will the characters die? So I feel like to me that's more interesting because they're not falling back on, oh, will the characters survive the story? Because we already
Yeah.
know that they do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
So
But,
what do we get invested in?
Oh, I think there's plenty to get invested in. Because with Horizon, the investment in the story was never will Aloy die. It was always sort of
Yeah.
like wanting
Wasn't
to
you
know
really sure?
about.
at the end?
It's just
Oh,
who is
okay.
Aloy?
I mean, I
Who
never
is
thought
Aloy,
Aloy
and
was
then-
gonna die.
I mean, no. I mean, I don't think I did either. But you think other characters are going to die, right? Like,
Like,
I mean, I won't say because some characters die. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, right at the start, a major character dies early on,
Yeah.
and there's
yeah, that's true.
plenty later on as well.
But there's plenty of other characters that could die. That you could meet
Sure,
throughout the
but
game.
Aya, the other side character, can't.
Well, I don't
we
want
know
her to
now.
die anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
The
I'm
side
quite
side
glad.
character.
Don't kill the love interest again. Stop it.
Dead love
Yeah.
interests is a broken record.
But it's not a love
it.
interest like Elise, where it's just a stupid relationship. Like
I
these
mean,
are
I
like,
agree
legit,
with
you
it.
died.
know what I mean? Like this is, it's like
Yeah.
a husband and wife.
You know, with Elise, I was actually quite pleased that she, died. But then it was a shame that it was the end of the game.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, it's
Elise
like-
died, I didn't fucking feel anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
really
I mean,
care.
people were like, it was the saddest moment
I
in
didn't-
Assassin's Creed.
I
I
didn't
cried. I
care
was
at
like, no, I laughed out loud. I was pleased. The only thing that made me angry about that was the fact that it happened right at the end and Arno had no room to develop his character.
Yeah,
it
it was
was
He did
good
more
that she
character
died.
development in those ending cutscenes than he did in the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Elise.
I didn't care when she died at all.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
why in Dead Kings he had more development because she wasn't there holding him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did
they-
definitely hold him back. When you
He
think
was
about
he
it.
was dogging the boys for the whole fucking game.
He's dogging
Yes,
the
exactly.
whole entire game. He was dogging the boys.
Classic.
Yeah.
Here's what, fucking where was the dog and the boys patrol when you need him? That's what I'm saying.
Dog in the
Should
boy.
have. He should have been having a few tinnies with the boys down the pub. What the fuck? Oh no, you fucking dickhead.
You tinnies.
Should have been in the cafe
Jeez.
theatre with the lads.
With the lads, come in here with the lads.
Yeah.
I know with the boys.
Oh, no, with the boys.
Oh god. Fucking Jacob knew what was up. He started a whole fucking gang.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made up for Arno's mistakes.
Brought the
Jacob's supposed to have a
lads.
gang.
Yeah, he brought the lads.
Got a few lads involved.
They were all dressing in green, apart from him, of course.
And he had Jack the lad with him. So
Yeah, exactly. He had fucking Jack the lad. He had the
Literally
lads.
called him.
It was
We
amazing.
called him Jack the Lad.
Jack the lad.
What was it? What do we call him? Jack the lad. Oh, okay, Evie. All
Ruined
right.
it.
What?
ruined the fucking
Okay. Jack the fucking lad.
Jack the
The
Lad.
worst part of all time.
That still really bothers me. Who the fuck wrote that in and was like, "Oh, this is sick. This
It was
is
dark.
great." Oh no,
Really
it's
Still,
so
that's
bad.
still like one of your funniest rages when like they reveal it and you
I
just go,
got
"Oh
so
fuck
mad.
off!"
Yeah.
I love that
Retarded
scene
developers.
because it's like at that moment I'm like, yeah, they just ruined it. They just ruined the whole thing in the first 20 minutes.
You were
With
so
a gang
mad.
and my rooks.
Oh no.
He's a fucking assassin that rapes people.
But he doesn't even fucking do that shit. All he does is kill him. Like he's just like a normal like murderer. Like there's nothing special about Jack the Ripper in the fucking Jack the Ripper DLC.
He
It's so
cuts him up
retarded.
and then throws their ring away so then Evie can find it.
He doesn't even
do
do
not
that
like to
though.
think
He
about
doesn't
that
do
DLC.
anything. He just takes their ring and throws it against the wall and leaves a
Yeah,
trail
why
with
does
it
he do
so
that?
Evie can find it with Eagle Vision. Oh, it's so
Jack the
fucking
Ripper, that
silly.
DLC, that expansion bothered me way too much.
It's
I actually
horrific.
cannot stand Jack
It's
the
got to
Ripper
be like
now.
the worst DLC
Nah,
in
Tyranny-
AC.
Tyranny-
He has a
I'm-
fucking rope launcher.
I mean, before that DLC, I was actually quite interested in the mystery behind Jack the Ripper. Now I couldn't give a shit.
Oh, it's
So,
bad.
Thanks for.
It's so dumb.
Assassin's Creed
Can we?
ruins
There's
his...
this fucking bot, like porn bot, in the fucking chat. Has been the whole time, just putting up like
Oh,
flower
really?
and love heart emojis.
Lindsay
Oh, I see
Smith.
it.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Smith.
I just fucking blocked it. And I blocked it
Oh,
because
yeah.
people started being like, "How's your night going, Lindsay?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, Edward Kenway.
Same.
I'm sorry, Edward Kenway, but
Guys, that's
She's-
for sure. For sure,
she's a
chill.
I'm sorry.
How's your night,
Classic.
Lindsay? Or day?
Oh, classic.
Oh God.
Back to
Oh,
Jack the
God.
Ripper anyway. Jack the Ripper also took over the Rooks as well for some reason.
And they had purple.
Yeah, they
jackets.
changed their suits to purple. Jack the Ripper had time to make them all purple suits.
He had a gang.
Turns out, fucking Jack the Ripper. Then fucking, they should have had purple from the beginning. Why the fuck are they green? They look ugly as shit.
It's
See
just to
what
show
you're
they're
saying,
nice,
Evie.
you know, nice green, and
We
then
need
red's
the
bad
red.
because Assassin's Creed fans are fucking stupid and
Yeah.
put onto
Green
that.
good,
They're all four.
red bad.
Hat means you walk. Hat
Yeah.
means crouch.
Hood crouch.
Mark Alexi Cote thought we were all brain dead.
To be
Yeah.
honest, who has the time to put their hood up every time they bend over and put their hat on when they get up straight? So I don't have time to do
Jacob
that.
Fry.
I don't think an
Oh.
assassin would.
He shoves he rams his hat into his pocket as
Yeah.
well.
How the
He just
fuck
goes,
does he do
"In it
that?
goes." I think it does flatten. The hat will flatten, and it just
It's
goes into like an
retractable.
inside
Yeah,
pocket.
but it's not like he flattens it. He literally just shoves it all in there.
Is
I know
this
it just
something we're
takes it off
talking
and
about?
flatten. It probably just flattens against his chest and
Apparently
then
so.
slides it in. But what actually happens, and this is what we know happens, is he just takes his hat off, shoves it up his arse, and pulls his hood up. It's like sweet.
And then Maxwell Roth dives down in there to find it.
Maxwell Roth comes out like, "Here's your hat, Jacob, my dear." He
Maxwell
takes the
Roth.
hat, puts it on his head, and away he goes.
Funnily enough, Maxwell Roth was like one of the best characters in Syndicate.
He was a good character, actually. I liked him.
Was he?
I mean, all Edward had to do was put his hat down, hit Roth's bloody cock, and it'd just be
Edward.
balancing. it.
Edward.
You just said Edward.
Did I say Edward? Fucking
Edward.
Jacob. Fucking
Edward.
Jacob.
What? I'm sorry.
Oh my
Somebody's been
god,
thinking
get
about
over it.
Kenway Manor.
It's a fucking same fucking shit, man. They're both characters.
I like
Same
it,
shit.
but
They're
Edward-
both characters.
It's not like I called him Jason or something, like he's obscure or something. Like
Jason.
Okay, so Maxwell Roth talks to Pete. Let's go.
Uncle Ben from Star Wars. Oh god.
Uncle
I get
Ben
things
from Star
wrong,
Wars.
Ross.
Oh,
I get
oh,
names
okay.
wrong.
Uncle Bayek.
Uncle Bayek.
House
from-
of the kids.
Uncle Bayek roughhouses the local kids.
Always comes back to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just think you're romanticizing the things I'm saying.
Back to that now.
Oh, God.
Well, I think let's be real here. The biggest thing to happen over the last 2 years with the whole Origins Empire shit is that Amar's a meme. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the number one thing. Numero uno.
That's true. That's a good,
Can't
solid
think
meme.
Seymour is a meme. But I
The head of
think you'll
content.
enjoy it.
He's a fucking meme.
The head
He had
of content.
gas for it, but
It's disappointing.
I mean, what do you expect? It's
Something fucking
he
better.
greenlit a movie that
the
was
movie's
that.
romanticized. So,
I mean, Amar just wants money, though. Like,
Yeah.
He
I
doesn't
feel he's
care
not
about the
even...
franchise.
He doesn't
He
care
doesn't even
about
care about
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed.
I don't
Yeah,
necessarily think
I
he
don't
doesn't care. I just don't think he knows.
He gets
I think
things
he
wrong
knows-
all the time.
He's not as into it. He's not a fan of it, I don't think. I don't think he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like you know what he's like? He's like one of those people that's like, you know when you watch a big YouTuber and they're like, oh, I love the Assassin's Creed franchise, I played every game, but they don't actually know what they're talking about.
No.
That's
Yeah.
Amar. That's Amar.
I mean, I mean, I feel as if there's a certain amount of, well, this is his job. He's going to want to do it to the best of his ability so that he keeps his job. But,
Which
I
is
mean,
to make money.
He could put a bit more effort in.
no, I mean, if he were to completely ruin the franchise and drive fans away, he'd get the sack soon. But, you know, I'm just saying, there's probably a certain amount of care that he does put in there, but I don't think he knows what the fans are like after, because
Just make Ashraf head of content for fuck's sake.
Make
Ashraf
Ashraf
head of
agree.
Assassin's
Assassin's
Ashraf
Creed.
Make him just the head of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head of content. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah.
true.
I do feel
let's
as
get
if Ashraf
Patrice,
should be in
Ash,
charge.
and Darby. Let's get them all together.
The dream team.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm upset again. You've just triggered me for fuck's sake. Why'd you say Derby?
Shit, I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
genuinely, that still annoys the shit out of me. The
Well-
fact that he was writing the game, Luma
left.
also confirmed, again, he probably shouldn't have, that Derby
Yeah.
was writing the game,
Yeah.
and now he's not. What does that tell you? That's a concern for me. That is a big red flag for me for this
Do you
whole
reckon he
game.
like do you reckon it was going in like a direction that he wasn't happy with, so he was just like, fuck it. I'm
I
off.
think
I think he wasn't
I think
allowed
he
creative
wrote-
freedom.
I think he wrote a script that he wanted to do, and they told him no. That's what I think happened.
I think that's possible, yeah.
I think maybe that he wasn't allowed full creative freedom.
I don't
So
think
he
he
was
left
like-
by choice. I really don't think he left by choice. I
I
don't
think he did.
I think it's a bit of both. I don't think it was
Yeah.
like they told him you have to leave.
I think
But
it
I
was
think
both.
that
I think, yeah.
he was like, look, this just isn't going to work out. I need to go. I'll work on a different project. You know, get someone else to do this. I think it was his choice, but I don't think it was his choice because obviously it wasn't. There was something. It was something on Ubisoft's end that was not right with
It
what
wasn't that he
was trying
didn't want to do Assassin's. It wasn't that he didn't want to do
It wasn't that he
Assassin's
didn't want to do it. It's they wouldn't let him do what he wanted
Yeah.
to do with it. So,
Yeah. And they
He
were like,
drove
if you
away.
don't do this, then we'll just get someone else to do it. And he was like, fine.
yeah.
Just get
to
someone
do it. But the
else.
thing is, he's still working at Ubisoft. He's working on another secret project that no one can talk about. So
Assassin's
Steep
Look,
2.
Hey, look, I love Derby, but just if you're not running Assassin's Creed, I don't fucking care.
I care. He fucking writes great shit. He wrote.
He's a good
He does,
writer.
but
Sims
Ubisoft
in the
makes
City.
games like Eagle Flight. I
you-
don't care
Well,
if
he's obviously
Derby's
not-
writing it.
He's
I'm
not
buying
fucking
it.
I
writing
don't think.
Eagle
I don't
Flight.
think. I don't think he's
Look.
writing Eagle Flight. Yeah.
I reckon
You
he's
don't know
writing
that.
something.
You don't know that.
Well, Eagle
You
Flight
don't know.
doesn't have a narrative, so if he's writing that,
Maybe-
that's I don't. What are they doing?
Remember when we thought for about 36 hours Skull and Bones was going to be a good game?
Oh,
Oh, no. Don't
they're
talk
like,
about
yeah,
Skull and Bones.
There's no land gameplay. There's no like. I don't know what else there is, but it just seems shit. All I know
Seems a
is
bit-
it's about. There's like
No
nothing.
boarding. Is you can't leave the
Mundane.
the steering wheel of that ship. That's it.
you broke
So
my
all you
heart.
can
Why
do
did you
is
say
just-
that? Why have you brought this up? I'm upset.
Take half of Assassin's
Because
Creed 4's
for
gameplay.
about 36 hours, I thought we knew Derby wasn't writing Origins at that point, and I kind of thought maybe he was the whole time writing the pirate game because he went from one pirate game to the next, and then I was like, oh no, there's no story. Okay.
Well,
Was
like,
it
no
confirmed-
story?
Was it confirmed there's no story? Because I don't think it ever was confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't think they even talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the game.
Yeah, there's no story, man. There's nothing.
I don't think
Is
they've.
the
I don't
game
think they ever
completely
came out and said
empty?
there is no narrative. I don't think they've ever said that,
There's
or
no-
that there's no
there's
land
no
gameplay.
They said there's no.
Trust
yes,
Ubisoft to make a game
Yes,
that
they-
people want and fuck it up.
they've said there's no land gameplay, there's no boarding,
I'm gonna
and
look this
there's
up.
there's no campaign.
What's the point in it then? Like,
It's not.
It's
It's,
really
that's not even a game.
shit.
It's just.
they
It's
took
just a
half
bare
of the
bones
experience. They took half the experience of Black Flag and just kind of threw it into a game. Was like, yeah, it's what people want, isn't it?
less
Yeah.
than half. It's just like a
Yeah, it's like a small snippet of what made
bit.
Black Flag good.
a
Yeah.
bit of Black Flag, kind of done up a bit. So it's just
Well, I mean, you'll have to wait and see with that one. Really, they might do something worthwhile in
Nah,
its stead.
it just
But
looks shit.
I mean, to be fair, I'm just being optimistic here. All right,
Yeah.
I'm being the voice of the voice of optimism, so that you all don't get sad and hurt yourselves later.
I mean, they could definitely change it based on feedback. They could be like, right, let's just change the game. But
They won't do it this late.
I mean, there's no release date, is there?
When's it coming out?
I don't think they
There's
gave
no
a release
release
date.
date.
So
It was
No,
just
but
new
I mean, they've
IP
done
that's early in
a lot to it,
development.
haven't they?
I mean, they could easily add land gameplay and stuff. They could be like, okay, well, let's just release it later and add stuff that people want to see. They could definitely do it. I don't know whether they will. I feel like they won't, but they could still do it if they really cared about the game.
But then again, they don't because Eve Guillemot's in charge. She'll just be like, yeah, release that game. It's unfinished, but I want to get a bit of money.
His stupid
Bendy,
fucking
come in.
high pitched
Jesus Christ.
pussy voice.
Vivendi are coming. They're coming to take him.
We are
Well,
Vivendi.
Yves Guillemot and his brother spent $10 million this year to buy extra shares, so Vivendi couldn't take Ubisoft. They invested $10 million or something of their own money, so they could get like a 1% extra share or something.
They're scared. I'd be fucking scared.
That could be fake news, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. I was reading a few articles
That's
about it.
interesting.
So,
God.
because it was back when the last the investors meeting happened the other month, and people would put all the Ubisoft were like, "We are Ubisoft." So I was like, "What's going on?" So I was reading up news articles for it, and then all I could find about Vivendi was that Yves Guillemot bought extra shares, him and his brother, in the company so that they could.
It's
That's all I
time to
could
show
find.
our communal solidarity and do this, even though there's really no reason to do it at all.
We are Ubisoft.
They're struggling to fucking keep their own company.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Well, let's hope you
Vivendi.
become a publicly fucking traded games company. What a terrible idea.
Oh, well, okay. What's next? What do we got to talk about?
So,
Swag
what
2.
I want to go around. Okay, well, we could talk about Swag 2. What happened to Swag 2,
Oh
Ethan?
god.
No idea.
Jesus Christ.
It's a classic meme.
Swag.
I forgot about Swag. That's like how we got to know you, Ethan. Was
Yep.
Swag.
It's weird, isn't it? I did Swag and now I'm doing Assassin's Creed content. It feels like a bit of a downgrade, but
What's everyone doing after Origins releases? What's the channel plans?
spam.
Shut it down. Walk away.
Origins hitting now. I have no purpose.
I mean, me,
Self-destruct.
James, and Ethan have made videos on this.
Oh
We
yeah,
have done. Yeah, we've all done videos where we
Have
talk
you
about
have you
plans,
all done videos?
Yeah.
I definitely haven't watched any of them, by the way. So I asked.
Didn't think you did.
I'll probably buy an Elgato or something.
Oh, yeah, finally
Fizhy.
buy one so you can actually make videos.
Yeah, so I can actually
Yeah.
make videos.
An Elgato. Okay.
Yeah, an Elgato.
An Elgato.
Elgato.
A nice gatto.
Gato. Oh god. Okay. Well, yeah.
James.
What am I doing? Well, when it comes out, I'll be doing fucking Let's Play videos where I play through the main story. I'll be doing streams of side content where, for people that either don't have the game yet and want to watch it, or people, whatever, we can sort of explore the world, and people in the chat can be like, oh, try this out, or try this out, and I'll just sort of do whatever, and we'll just have a good time. As well as, maybe I'll do a couple videos as well, where I do side stuff, sort of, little sort of funtage type things, that'll be more of sort of like a little mini-series. And then, obviously, there'll be, shit, like, speculation and stuff based upon story, and, like, theory videos, and whatever the fuck comes out of it. But, yeah, that's my plans.
George.
Okay, so basically the same things as James, like Let's Play,
Of
streams,
course.
stuff like that. But-
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, fuck off.
Of course.
But I'm also going to be doing like tutorial videos as well, and like tips and tricks and stuff like that, because
Tips and tricks.
there's some profitability in that, boy. And also
Sounds
because
like
I want
a
to
good
help
idea.
people out and help them in the game. That's a good thing.
That's good,
And
man.
That's your priority,
like-
that one.
I'll probably do a video like when I'm max level and I've like got my best gear and everything, but do a video showcasing that.
You're showing
Be like
off.
best armor and weapons. Be like, look at my Bayek. This is how much work
Look
I've
at
put into
my
this
Bayek."
game.
Look at
Look
my
at my Bayek. That should be a song.
That's
That's the next parody song. Look at
Look
my
at my
Bayek.
Bayek.
I'm down.
Look at my
That's
Bayek.
fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, that's the greatest shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh, look at my Bayek. Okay. Ethan,
What's
What's
my
your
plan? Oh, right, okay. So
it's not prepared
So
for me to
it-
ask you. I've
I've
asked
put a lot
everybody
of
else.
thought-
You were prepared for this.
I've put a lot of thought into my plan for Origins when it comes out, and I've decided something. It's a really good idea. I don't think I've done this sort of thing before, and it's going to be great. It's top fives
Top fives.
and lots of top fives.
Quite new.
No,
I don't think you've
I'm
ever done
not
one of them
sure.
before.
never done top fives before. No, I'm gonna probably stream what I've decided is I'm gonna stream the game, like stream going through it, and I'll probably make videos on things as well on the side, just things that are things that are interesting, like Easter eggs or things that I found that were quite funny or whatever, and top fives. Top five. That's I'm actually doing that. That's going to be
Top
great.
5 weapons,
Of
top
course
5
you are,
armors,
but
top
of
5
course you are.
gnomes.
Top
Top
5
five
pyramids.
dead-
You could actually do top 5 pyramids because they all have like
No.
tombs in them.
I will
Don't,
do top-
please.
So
don't.
it could be a top 5 tombs video disguised as a top
secret
5
side
pyramids
quests.
video.
Top 5 hallucinations in the desert.
Top 5 cats.
There's so many.
Top 5 cats gonna do it.
Top
I'm gonna
5
do
moments.
Top 5 inebheredjednoms.
I've actually got to do top 5 Sam, so it's great.
In their better jet, no.
Never a Jebnom.
Did I just drop that shit on me? You guys say it. So I can't even say that. What,
Nip head of
what-
The Green Mountains.
The Green
Make a
Mountains.
tutorial
The
video.
Macarena. Africa.
I love how we got that one right.
every time you reference that, James, in one of your videos, like I was playing Destiny the other day and I was just listening to one of your videos and you just dropped that Paragebnome thing and I just fucking lost it, man.
I love
I
that
was
so much.
fucking
It's my favorite.
It's so funny.
I love it. It's funny.
I love it when he goes through all the locations. It's so fucking good. I love it. And then he talks about and there's fish that you can hunt indefinitely and use as
Indefinitely,
weapons
forever.
of mass destruction against your enemies.
can
Yes,
use
you
the
can use fish
fish.
as weapons of mass
Isn't
destruction.
there like where the fuck will the arena be?
Oh yeah, and I only have one question. That is, where the fuck do you think the arena will be? Okay, Billy.
He realised
He realised that
halfway
he,
through
for
his
some
sentence.
reason, said "fuck" for no reason.
I
Says it
mean-
really aggressively. He goes, fuck.
Where the fuck do you think the arena will be?
Yeah, I don't really like it when people just say that for the sake of saying it. Like, it doesn't need to be there. You've just
Oh,
extended
that's
your
so
sentence.
funny. It's so he gets so aggressive. Like it's so strange.
It's
so
like he's
strange.
got so much anger built up in there.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite meme.
Yells, fuck.
It's better than
You
like
do
how she does it.
Your PPR impression, James, I can't stop. I cannot deal with it. I laugh so much.
It's a good time. We all have fun.
So classic.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay. After Origins comes out, I'll be doing videos as well. I'll still be doing
good.
videos.
that's true.
Well, I'm done with uni as of this week, so once
that's
it's
good.
out,
We're getting Tyler back, guys. It's gonna be great.
I'm back.
Community's
Yeah, I'm
coming
back.
back. It feels good.
Oh, the communities come back together. The 4 pillars have strength once more.
Nick's back.
we will
Tyler's
now
coming
conquer our
back.
enemies.
Nick won't be back for long. I'll shut his stupid face up very soon, and then he'll be back to obscurity.
I just hope he doesn't fucking overtake me again.
Nah, he
the
won't.
Creed.
He's not that
I mean,
far
I don't think he's gonna go back to being regular anyway. I mean, I think he's definitely come back, but I can't see. I feel he's gonna be less sort of. I feel like what the reason he left for Age is because he burned himself out by doing so much.
Yeah.
So I kind of got tired of it. So I feel like he's not gonna do as much. So he doesn't.
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah, I feel so
leave
bad for him. He
again.
got so burnt out getting 10,000 subs a video. I
Yeah.
feel so fucking bad
Oh
for him.
god. Well, we're all gonna come
Stu-
back and we're gonna fly into our former glory, and it's gonna be fantastic.
That better be in the description.
Throwback.
I'll put it in the
Um,
description.
Did
Yeah, I
even
think
put them
I'll
in the
just.
description?
I think I'll do similar what you were saying, George. I mean, most of the same things I usually do when Assassin's Creed games comes out. It's like achievement guides,
Yeah.
tips, things like that. I'm saving like free roam videos until I do free roam for justice. So I might do some like basic things if they involve achievements.
Yeah.
And whatever like James is saying, because there's always stuff in Assassin's Creed games like hidden things to do like the truth on or theories on or you know all the basic shit that
Yeah.
you know we normally do, but definitely no walkthroughs because fuck that. I still don't know how you do that, James. The first time you play a game,
Do
you're sitting there trying to talk through it. That annoys the shit out of
what
me
doing
to
a
think
let's
about
play?
doing that.
Like,
Yeah, doing a let's play the first time you're playing a game, that fucking ruins it.
I don't know. I just enjoy it because I mean, I can still enjoy the story and stuff. I just talk when I'm walking through
have to
like
do
the
is just-
open world and fighting and stuff. But then as soon as I'm getting into the story, I'll just obviously sit there and listen. It's sort of more because the way I used to do let's plays, I think I talked about this before, so I'll just go over it briefly. Is I used to sort of just look at him as I had to be like entertaining all the time, and it was really tiring, and I hated it. But the way I do it now is it's just me playing through the game as I would, and I just record it, and it's way more fucking relaxed. So I can have a good time playing the game as well as people seeing my reaction. Because I think people enjoy it more when you're actually getting into the game, and people can see you like talking about the game and getting into it and feeling immersed and stuff. It's just a good time.
And you like
That's-
react. They see how you react to shit.
Sort
and
of why I
like
decided to stream because I don't have to worry about the recording or anything like that. I can just sit there for a few hours and just go through things as slow as I want to, and just get into the game. And occasionally turn my head, look at the chat, see that it's gone to shit, and just look back and it's all good.
Yeah. I find streams a little bit more distracting than I do recording. If I'm streaming, it's like I'm really conscious that I'm live. But when I'm recording, I'm kind of can feel more into the game because I don't have to worry about people that are listening because I am just focusing on the game. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Because you've got to read the chat as well, so yeah.
Oh yeah, but when I get really into something, I'll just stop for a bit and then look back, gloss over it, see what's going on. If there's something intelligent, I'll read it.
Yeah.
And then I just get
So you
back
don't
into
read
it.
the chat ever?
I love reading it. It's good fun. I'll stop reading the chat when it loses its intelligence. So,
Which is most of the time. People are coming to the chat and be like,
what's your
The
favourite
most
Assassin's
violent
Creed?
assassin.
Oh,
10.
Does Assassin run fast with boot on?
Assassin run fast with boot.
who's your favourite assassin but Ezio?
Yeah, who's your
Yeah, I
favourite
don't get it.
assassin other than Ezio, Arno,
They don't- yeah, I'm
Altair,
just gonna-
Edward, Jacob, and
They
Evie?
start. They know the answers to the question, so they start to try to exclude valid
Yeah,
guesses.
to get a different
That's
answer.
a boy. That's a
Top
boy,
5
my
is my
favourite.
What's your
Bayek.
5th favourite Assassin's Creed game?
Top 5, this is my Bayek.
Can we start I want to start a hashtag, and this is to anyone who watches or listens or plays Assassin's Creed Origins, to when you have a Bayek you like, take a picture of it, or
Yes.
PS4 share or
Yes.
something, and hashtag this is my Bayek.
Yes, and tweet it at us, tweet it all
Oh
of
yeah,
us so
I'll
we can see
advertise this
the...
as well.
We need
Be
to
sure to
try-
tweet your favourite Bayek.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Hashtag this is my Bayek.
This is my Bayek.
Needs to become a thing.
Oh, I like that meme. That's a solid meme.
Needs to get it get it outside 4 pillars. Just like it's a thing that people who just play AC Origins do. It needs to be that big.
Yeah,
what I need.
everyone just loves it. Hashtag this is my Bayek.
Hashtag
And everyone will
my
think
Bayek.
it's like everyone will do it that plays the whole game and be like, that's a pretty cool thing to do. While there's just like the 5 of us losing our shit laughing every time we're the only one that gets a joke and everyone's doing it. Like, you're so fucking dumb.
There'll be about 200
This is my Bayek.
listening.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
I don't know why, like, you saying that, George, is a pretty normal thing. Yeah, this is my, like, bike that mate. But I don't know, it sounded so fucking funny. It just sounds-
Oh, it's a new meme now. There you go.
This is my
I
Bayek.
said it under my breath.
yeah, I'll just, like, when I finish the game, like, I'll do a video on, this is my Bayek. I'm like, okay.
Hashtag this is my Bayek.
It's my Bayek.
He's
Classic.
mine.
He's mine. Stay away from him.
Anyone does this outfit combination, I'll fucking sue you.
But I love your content.
Best regards.
Good, best regards.
Love your content. Best regards.
You really let yourself down here. Best
I can't.
regards.
God.
It's really stupid.
I can't do this right now.
Jesus Christ.
It's ridiculous.
I'm actually crying. This is the stupidest conversation I've ever had in my life.
Welcome back. We're just going from thing to thing and laughing about it, and I don't even know what we're on about anymore.
It's a
You know,
good time.
I can make more sense of things when I'm drunk.
If we can make a scrapbook and call it the "This Is My Bayek" collection.
Oh yes, absolutely.
We'll have like we need to have like a Hall of Fame as well. So like the best
All of my
Bayeks.
Bayeks.
The best
The
Bayeks
best
get to go into the
Bayek.
Hall of Fame.
The best Bayek.
Yeah,
The best,
Oh.
my
The
Bayek.
the
the
best.
fourth that we-
Hashtag this is my Bayek.
I want a rap song titled "This Is."
This is
I
my
want
Bayek.
I want it now, James. I need you to make that as the follow-up to the Origin song. This is my
Yes.
Bayek.
This is my
get-
Bayek.
Have you and Super Rebel do it.
Oh
I'll
no.
get Super Rebel on it. He'll do scaring my brother on his 10th birthday
They do
Prank.
that.
and
What
put
do you do?
Yeah,
and
he can get the-
65 ads in it.
Christ.
you can actually get Super Rebel to get his rapper friend he always talks about.
Tinky
Oh,
Strider.
Itchy Strider.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
good.
funny.
That's
Amazing.
You know what's funny? we could organize that to be so serious. Like Asim's like, yeah, no, for sure, I'll do that. Gets like Tingy Strider or whatever the fuck his name is, and like he comes in and does it. And he thinks it's full serious. And it's this big deal. And this is again the five of us laughing our tits off and how fucking stupid.
That'd be so funny. I'd pay Tingy Strider to do that song. That'd be hilarious. Get him in the studio and record "This Is My Bayek."
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd go viral. That'd be hilarious.
This is my Bayek.
This is my Bayek, yeah.
I tweeted
good.
it out.
So-
I tweeted the hashtag.
Hashtag this is my Bayek.
Let's just all just tweet no words, no
Watch
description.
the
just
Reddit go
this-
like, this is
All right.
stupid.
We're just gonna tweet out hashtag
Bayek.
this is my Bayek.
I did it with a
Yeah.
GIF. This is like the first episode of Kill Connor Club when we did hashtag Kill Connor Club.
Oh no, so how big a thing this is going to be?
Oh, this is gonna become our new
This
podcast. The hashtag
is-
This Is My Bayek podcast.
All right.
No,
George
wait till
Dean.
someone in the
Fancy making
community
a podcast
starts
called
the
This Is My
podcast.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Brotherhood banter.
Yeah, let's
Just
not
just
do
just
that.
pick two random people from the chat and it'll be them. It'll be Jim Lee and Bailey Parks. They'll start the This Is My Bayek podcast.
Jim Lee,
Bayek banter.
Bayek banter.
Bayek banter.
Oh god.
What does the winner get of the best Bayek?
A
My
Bayek.
The Bayek.
Get George's Bayek.
Get mine.
Get George's Bayek.
What the fuck is this meme? Oh
Fucking
god.
This is my
retarded.
favorite meme of all time.
Amazing.
I love my Bayek, he's great.
This is my Bayek.
Hashtag
Oh,
this is my
God.
Bayek, yeah.
I'm retweeting all of them.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
this.
There's so many. Oh,
We've
God.
failed at a podcast we've all done together if we don't have a meme at the end of it.
That's true. We've got to come out with a meme on the other side.
That's the big given.
Fly into our former glory.
Let's
This
get
is my
a
Bayek.
This is my Bayek.
I need to bandwagon on this Bayek meme. I haven't yet tweeted about it.
Wait,
That's
Ethan, you fuck. Join the group.
Everyone in the
doing it,
chat,
don't worry.
hashtag
Find
this is my
commenting.
Bayek. Everyone in the chat,
right
hashtag
now.
this is my Bayek on Twitter. Do it
Right
right
now.
now.
Let's get a nice picture of Bayek.
Tweet it at James so James can retweet it and we can see them all.
Yeah, you know, there's been a Kill Connor Club when something like this fucking happens.
It's fucking
You get
retarded.
everyone
shit.
to tweet out. This is my Bayek.
Oh shit, there's a few.
I want more than a few.
Hashtag this is my Bayek.
That I'm retweeting. I'll retweet them. Everyone that hashtags it, I'll retweet because I've got
I
the
just-
hashtag page
I
open.
just
So.
tweeted my this is my Bayek. It's great.
Oh,
Do a
God.
top 5
Every-
Bayek moments
everyone-
video.
Shall
Everyone
I
is
make
listening.
top 5 this is my Bayek?
For fuck's sake, now when I make that video, it's gonna have to be a meme. It can't be a genuine video.
See, that's the thing. I did
No,
a
I can't.
top 10 Ezio moments around when the Ezio collection was coming out.
You can make it a genuine video and just reference the meme in every sentence.
Top
Just
10
title
Bayek,
it
man.
like
Have
high
it in the
level.
corner. Hashtag this is my Bayek.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, just
Sorted.
to title the video whatever you can title, like max level, blah blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
But then, like at the end of the title, just hashtag this is my Bayek.
Yeah, this is my. Put it in the description. You
I'm
put that in the
gonna-
description.
I'm gonna do that video. All of us need to.
Yeah,
make
we all need to do that video. Now we've all got to do it.
What?
Now it's not just George's idea. We've all got to
Right, so we-
contribute.
We've all
Fuck.
got to make. We've all got to make.
This
a-
is my
this is
Bayek.
This is my Bayek.
Where we show off our Bayek and all of his, all of his gear.
Mine's gonna be just. I'm gonna make sure my character like looks exactly the same as just normal Bayek. Like nothing. I give him
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm gonna try and make mine look really weird and do it.
This is my Bayek.
This is my Bayek.
Everyone's in the chat, look.
What's in the
This is
chat?
my Bayek. This is my
Oh, it's
Bayek,
in the
this is my
chat. Everyone's
Bayek.
hashtagging in the chat.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
God.
We've started a movement, guys.
Hashtag this is my Bayek. I love it.
Get it trending.
I'll sue you. Best regards. No, this is my Bayek. Be a part of the Mandem.
Oh, it's a classic.
Oh god, my
I'm just
Twitter.
replacing right now
exploding.
the Origins parody song instead of like the Brotherhood. I'm like this is my this is my Bayek.
I'm in the desert, Bayek behind.
Bayek's behind. Who's in front?
You're
Bayek's
right.
behind Bayek. There's just loads of Bayek.
Can you imagine Senu saying, "This is my Bayek"? Yeah.
This
This is my
Bayek.
Senu. My
But
Bayek.
just give Cena the voice with just sound effect from that fucking bird in Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
pork.
Yeah,
Make the pork
stupid
say
fuck
Bayek.
bird.
Get the pork to say this is my Bayek.
Oh Jesus.
God, I'm
Rip
trying to
Mike,
retweet
somebody's
all
already
of
getting
them.
Yeah, I know there's a
prepared.
lot of them. Oh, that fucking concept art's pretty sick that Brendan tweeted.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. That's pretty fucking cool.
I like the
Where's
bottom
this?
one. It's Arno in like a yellow outfit.
it's like a weird yellow outfit.
Classic
Oh,
Zach
that's
Neely.
great. This is my Bayek. It's a gif of a cat.
It's the cat
From the
and it's
sand
turning into
trailer.
sand. It's the cat turning into sand.
Oh, I love it. That's great.
Columns onto it. Legend.
Oh, brilliant.
This is the dumbest shit. Well, this could be the dumbest thing we've all ever done on a podcast.
Even Colin
This is
Black.
up there with the dumbest thing we've ever done.
Yeah, but it's
Hey.
so funny though.
I'm
This is
retweeting
my
too
boy,
much.
yeah.
There's so many.
Oh, there is loads. Jesus Christ.
It's my Bayek.
This
Let's
is my
just click on the
Bayek.
hashtag and see if it's actually, if we tried it any harder, it'll be trending.
I love that Column's done it. Sweet man.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's joining. He's joining us though. Like he's given up on those not on those like pandering fans. He's
gonna
given up
start-
on them.
He's just gonna become a memer soon.
He's one of us. He's one of us now. He's like fuck the Mentors Guild.
He's like, they didn't fucking choose me. They can fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Come
about
on.
the Bayek, you know.
I'm off the 4 pillars. Fuck that.
This is my Bayek.
Oh god.
Pillars and Tarp
Columns
podcast.
More than I perhaps should.
Oh my god. This is amazing. There's a crocodile.
What?
I hope people see Column do it and then do it because he's
I've
got quite
got
a
it
lot
up
of fun.
on stream. so
Somebody
people
just
can
tweeted
see
hashtag this is my Bayek. And it's them with what looks like
like a
run
hood
the rest.
on. Yeah.
This is my Bayek.
There's so
and
many.
it's a
There's just too
crocodile.
many.
There is
Jeez,
so
there
many.
is
I'm gonna have to
so
start.
many.
I'm gonna have to
liking
stop
them.
retweeting them, yeah, because I'm gonna end up spamming everyone.
I'm just giving all of them likes. So
I'm gonna retweet the crocodile.
at least
but
everyone gets
Okay.
acknowledged.
Okay,
if you
after
do
this
a
one,
re-
I'm done retweeting, and I'll just like them.
This
you do
is my Bayek, and it's just the Origins map, and then there's one of just some I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
The hashtag this is my Bayek. Haha. Now where's the picture, pal?
This is classic.
Oh, what have we done?
This is my Bayek. Should
This
we
is my Bayek,
try
it's
and get
just it's the
Ashraf to do it?
Get Ashraf to
Right.
do it. That'd be hilarious.
Everyone do it. Oh, that'd be so funny.
If we
Oh.
don't tell him where it came from, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it catches on to the other side of the community.
Yeah, because Column's done it, so there's hope.
It's that
funny.
first step.
Okay. Yeah, I'm calling it now. This is the dumbest moment in the entire history of the Kill Connor Club podcast. I'm not saying a
I
lot.
don't know what you're talking about.
This is amazing.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's fucking amazing. It's awesome, but it's still the dumbest moment of the podcast history.
Oh,
It doesn't
God.
change that reality.
This is my
It's gonna go
Bayek.
down. It's going down in history
Going down in the Kill Connor Club.
It's the most
history.
impact we've had ever.
on Twitter. We've
Yeah.
managed.
This
Jesus
is my Bayek.
Christ.
So many people have tweeted it. So many people have just gone and done it.
I've liked everyone I've seen. I'm just scrolling through my likes, and there's so many.
There are
I'm scrolling
lots.
through I've gone to the hashtag and now I'm just liking
Yeah,
everything.
there's
There's,
so, there's, this one.
there's
Okay.
so many.
God.
Holy shit.
What the fuck was the last one that was tweeted by Josh M? Listen, kids, I'm the alpha now, Bene, and it is just Bayek with
Is that
shade.
Bayek gonna roughhouse the
He's gonna
previous
rough-
assassins?
He's gonna roughhouse him.
Oh, oh no! What a shame.
Classic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I do like this meme. You've
I
done
like
something.
this
Josh.
meme.
I'm
This is
very
good.
happy.
I like
What the-
this.
what the GMS. I don't think that's Bayek, but okay.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
just some guy. All right,
It's just some kid.
all right. I think it's time we move on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
sure.
Instead of
Jesus.
Okay,
Christ.
we've had fun. We've had a good time. Hashtag this is my Bayek.
What's next on the list?
Good old
This is my Bayek.
Okay.
Bayek.
Okay.
This is my Bayek behind.
Thinking we'll see through this. And the Bayek will find.
I'll tell you what.
Bayek, I'm choosing.
I'm hearing Bayeks on the wind.
Oh, no.
It's a Bayek.
Born from the Bayek origins.
This is the Bayek I see.
Is this the birth of Bayek?
I'm using the gift. So I'm not gonna
This is
Bayek.
so fucking
Is this the
stupid.
birth of Bayek?
Bayeks have suffered too long.
It's time to take my Bayek. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, we're done. We just
fucking-
Someone tweeted the hashtag this is my Bayek and it's Lorenzo Di Medici. It's the last Medici.
Fucking hilarious.
That's the funniest. That's the funniest one.
Oh.
Dude, that can't win 2 wins. That's the best.
That's the best one, but so far.
Jesus
Congratulations
Christ.
to that guy.
I love it.
I'm actually crying.
This is the best meme. I'm so pleased.
Oh,
We need to move on now before we die.
Oh my god.
I'm
Jesus.
sweating. I'm
actually
crying.
crying.
I'm actually
crying.
crying.
Oh, same.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ. This is my Bayek.
Just as a last thing, everyone tweet Ashraf with hashtag this is
Yeah.
my Bayek.
Yeah, everyone tweet hashtag
This
this
is
my
the
Bayek.
final movement.
He will not respond to anyone.
Of
He
course
will
he won't.
ignore that. He will be
Did
like,
he-
what is this?
He completely ignored the whole parody. There's no reason why he'll
Yeah.
acknowledge this is my Bayek.
Look, he needs to, alright?
I'm sure it'll catch on. This is
So
my shift in Bayek.
Shifting
Marcus
back.
Blackburn's here. How you doing, Marcus? There's a new meme.
There's a new meme, Marcus.
You've missed it. You've missed the meme.
You just missed a great meme.
It's the best.
I'm still. What?
Hashtag
Oh
this is
my
my
God.
Bayek. I don't like him that much. It's Bayek with Amar's face photoshopped onto it.
Where
Where's this one?
It was tweeted at me. It's in the hashtag.
Let me find it. Oh my god.
Back to it then.
Amazing. Just
Some of these are
amazing.
fucking hilarious.
This is so funny. Jesus Christ.
I can't. That was that
So many
Medici
people.
one. I
So many
fucking.
people.
Lorenzo Medici one was the funniest.
That was great.
Whoever did that?
Neely tweeted a video of him just singing
Yeah.
"This is my Bayek" while looking at his Arno.
Yeah.
Casper the Ghost. Props to you. That was a good one.
was a
It's
winner.
brilliant. You're all funny kids.
Someone
I
got
love you all.
Keemstar. He'll make the song. We'll get
Tweet
Keemstar to do
so
this is my
played.
Bayek.
Found a Bayek in the woods.
Oh
mean-
God.
I would tweet Escoblades if you hadn't blocked me.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Why
Actually,
the
no,
fuck would you?
I wouldn't actually either. I
Yeah, why
wouldn't
the
tweet.
fuck would you tweet Escoblades?
You just see
Of
how
all
he reacts.
people.
Just to see how he reacts.
Oh, I bet when Gabe sees it, when Gabe sees the
Like what?
hashtag, he'll turn black.
You
It'll
think
happen.
you
He'll
own?
become
Think
a
you own
POC.
Bayek just because he's a person of color? Nah. It's not.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
this is
like-
actually a racist hashtag.
racist.
This refers to slavery.
Oh
He's
my-
not
this
your
refers
Bayek.
to
He's not
you.
anyone's.
He's
Yeah,
a free
I just
man.
think it's.
This is
Bayek.
digital blackface.
He's a.
Internalized depression.
Jesus.
I just find this.
Turn it into a POC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, that's when I'm just so like, okay, well, I won't own the game then. No one buy the game because you
I'm
can't
looking on
own
the
a person of
Twitter feed.
color.
Yeah,
Well, Twitter
exactly.
feed
Yeah,
is
if
just,
we're
"This is
playing
my
as a black
Bayek."
character, that's digital blackface.
That is complete.
Cultural appropriation.
That's
Should I
disgusting.
tweet? Am I allowed to play as Bayek? Or is that digital blackface?
Do I need to wait for the Discovery tour to come out so I can play as Julius Caesar because he's not black?
I genuinely can't wait for that. I want to sprint across Egypt as Julius Caesar.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
That's so
Climb the
funny.
pyramids.
I want to play as Julius.
Hilarious.
And I just want you to start that video, James. Is like, oh, thank God I can finally play some white.
Jesus.
Oh God.
I just felt racist playing as a black guy. I felt like I was digital blackface. Then
Yeah,
you
like-
fall back
yeah.
on.
Julius in the crowd.
15
Genius
minutes
in
ago.
the crowd.
Oh God.
Okay, let's move on.
Right, what we
that,
got?
that fucking broke me. Holy
God.
shit.
That's gonna go
Wow.
down in history.
That was
Yeah, that's-
interesting section.
I'm adding that to the description, the hashtag.
Okay.
We're only
Okay. Okay. I don't know how to even segue. I'm just. What do we want to talk about first? The last Jedi trailer
Yeah.
or Shadow of War thoughts? Actually, before we even do that, I apologize. Before we even do that, final thoughts on Assassin's Creed Origins before release. Let's go around in a circle. How are we feeling about it? James.
How am I feeling about it? Pretty
Going
good.
into it, how do you feel about it?
Pretty good. Looking forward to it. But I'm not like a lot of people where I'm sort of like so excited that I'm like dying. But like, I'm pretty fucking excited. I'm looking forward to it. The game looks fucking sick, and I'm intrigued to see the narrative in the modern day and all the other secrets in the game as well as what we already know. So, looking forward to it.
Oh, it's me. Well, I'm just quite excited in general. Again, I'm not to the point where I'm shaking with excitement and I can't stop. There is a bit of restraint there. I'm thinking I don't have any like apprehensive thoughts, or I'm not really worried about it. It looks like they've gone and made a good game, so I'm quite confident in it, and I'm just relaxed and waiting really.
Sick. And Ben?
Well, my hype. I always thought it looked good until like a week ago, and the hype just kind of hit me, and it's going to be the best Assassin's Creed game ever, and I want it now.
Let's make it up. Okay. Yep. George?
I'm excited. One, for my review of the game, because I fucking love reviewing games. So that's gonna be great when that comes out and I get to review it. But I'm just so excited for Assassin's Creed to get the respect that it used to have again, because I feel like this is going to be a really great game, and everyone that kind of had thoughts about Assassin's Creed before and they fucking hated it and shit, maybe this could sway their opinion slightly on the game series, because I do think this is going to save Assassin's Creed. It's going to come back to its former glory, and I'm really fucking excited for it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all I'm in agreement with you guys, even though I'm the skeptical one. I still am skeptical for sure, but I'm skeptical of like narrative.
Yeah.
Because that's what we don't know about yet. Like, I think the game looks fantastic. It's going to be a great, RPG game to play.
Definitely.
There's going to be plenty of side activities to do. The world looks amazing. There's no doubt it's going to be fun as fuck to play, as long as it works. As long as it works, it's going to be fun as fuck to play. But so many people have played it, it's hard to think or even imagine it not working like a Unity. So I think we're pretty safe from that. And yeah, so the only thing I'm worried about, but still very interested to see, is modern day and the narrative overall and how it kind of leads into the origin of the Assassins, and hopefully it doesn't ruin it all. Because if the narrative's really bad, it could fuck the whole game. But I'm fairly confident it'll at least be half decent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's our 2 hours of previewing for the final time Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank God it's done. It's over, guys.
Don't
It's
forget
over,
as
guys.
well, while we've got everyone here, before we move on, of course, everyone don't forget to like the stream. Let's see if we can smash 300 likes. We're only 30 away.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Why
I
not?
think nobody needs reminding what they need to tweet.
Yeah. Last time Origins is ever discussed on KCC.
Before it comes out.
Before it comes
Before it comes out.
And then
Next time.
afterwards, I
Thank
think.
God. I'm so
That's
fucking sick of doing
insane. That's fucking crazy.
Think about how
I'm
much
more-
think about how much the KCC's developed though since like the original Empire League.
Usually it's
So-
Connor who gets sentimental.
This
Oh.
is like this is the last
We've
one.
come a long way. It's fucking crazy that the next time we do a Kill Connor Club, the game will be out.
Yeah.
That'll be mental.
Fucking mental, yeah.
fucking
It'll be the
crazy.
first time in like 2 months it'll just be a podcast with just me and James.
Yeah, true. We've had guests on like every time for the past like however fucking long. So
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get sentimental this podcast, because there's like you guys here and you guys be like, hey Tyler, is there any way you could grow balls and a dick or something? Hey,
I think
hey Tyler, you've played.
sentimental at 40 and
Yeah,
50
I was like, hey,
and 30.
hey,
Was
Tyler,
it 30 as well?
I get sentimental every other episode.
Yeah,
It's like,
we know.
Hey Tyler, you've been playing too much Aya in the game because you got sand in your vagina. And then it's like, okay, I guess so. I guess you're right. And then I'd be like, hey, that's sexist, but truthful.
Don't worry,
um,
Jeremy, we're not wrapping up, I don't think.
Yeah, we've still got an hour.
Oh,
we've still got an hour to
We're
go.
just-
Don't worry about
We're
it.
just moving on from Assassin's Creed. No, but I guess in talking about the podcast overall, it's been like hard to believe. I think today it hit me a bit. I was thinking about it today at work and stuff, because I was talking to you, James, and Ben on Discord this morning before I went to work. I was talking about podcasts and stuff and growing it and how to start a podcast and things like that. And like, It's crazy. Like, I don't think I realize it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think it's a big deal. But then when you see other podcasts pop up because of it, and you see how many people will come and watch us talk shit, I'm like, oh, it's actually like, in this small world we have, and small corner of the community we've kind of carved out on YouTube, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I just think I sometimes forget the impact we can have, which I think is the biggest thing out of it all. And I just hope that we can, next year, keep being the same in the sense of like how close we are with everybody, that listens and stuff. So, hopefully we get some more community focused stuff next year, a bit more. I think that's something you and I talked about, James, like something to add to the podcast next year. But, it's fucking sick.
For fucking sure.
And good and kid, and this is my Bayek. So, oh no. Oh no.
It's a
The
meme.
endless meme.
It's gonna last a while.
This is my Bayek and Fox. Someone make that. Someone find a fox in the game if there are any, and take a photo mode picture with Bayek next to a fox and tweet that out when you get the game.
Do
This is
it.
my Bayek and Fox. Yes, please.
This is brilliant.
So, do you want to talk about Shadow of War? I haven't played, but I was a big fan of Shadow of Mordor. Now, how many of you have played it, actually?
I've played.
I've played Shadow of Mordor, but not War.
Okay, so 3 of you. So Ethan, George, and James have played
I
it.
haven't played Shadow of War. I've
You
played.
haven't played Shadow of War, so
No,
it's just
I've
George
played
and
that.
James.
Just me and James, yeah.
It's just these.
Okay,
two.
guys, you guys were skeptical as fuck on Shadow of War.
Yeah,
What are your
yeah,
thoughts after?
Jesus.
Thought it was gonna be shit. I mean,
Why did you think? Can you explain why you thought it was going to be shit?
Okay,
and why
so
you
the main reason was because I think a lot of the way they were marketing the game was really strange. It looked like there were these forts, but there was like no open world. It was like just these like small fort sections, and that's kind of all they were showing, and that really worried me that the game was going to be just that sort of thing. And there was like no mention or footage or anything to do with any sort of open world thing with side quests. It kind of just looked like forts, and it was a bit weird, and I don't know.
Is there an open world?
Yeah, there's loads. There's a bunch. So the game is like a big map that has a bunch of regions on it within Mordor. And each of those regions has an open world within it. That's like I think it's probably each open world's probably about the size of one of the open worlds in Shadow of Mordor, I'd say.
So it's huge.
Maybe
So,
a bit
yeah.
smaller. Just
Maybe
like-
a fraction smaller, but it's not really noticeable. Because I think there's a lot more to the worlds as well. It's because it takes you a while to get from one side to the other, I've found.
Yeah.
So, they're pretty big open worlds. There's a load of them. Like, so far I've visited about 4, I think, and I'm only on Act 2. And there's so much of the map that's still, like, fogged up. So, there's tons of open worlds that have their own little forts. They're not little, they're pretty big forts, actually. With, like, obviously the Nemesis system, but there's so many more layers to the Nemesis system, and they've added, like, loads of RPG elements and loads of other side stories and quests you can do and stuff, and it's just fucking great, really, honestly. It's a good fucking
Better
time.
than Shadow of Mordor?
I think so, yeah.
Right, that's
Fuck,
just
and
sold
you
it
would-
for me, to be honest. I just bought Shadow of War on Steam. There we go. As you were
See,
talking about
there
it, I
you
was just
go.
doing all this stuff.
There you go. That's why Warner Brothers gave me the review code, because I
Yeah,
sold
you just
copies.
Warner Brothers, it was worth it.
They've made a
They
profit
just
because of
got
that.
another sale.
Exactly.
George, what you were the most skeptical. You're the first skeptical person I heard about it, especially because I love Shadow of Mordor, and now I wasn't excited. You guys made me not excited for it. I was like, it looks sick, and you both like, nah, it's fucking shit, Tyler. Shut the fuck up. And I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ.
It's how I saw the game before it was released and how they were marketing it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be how they did it in Shadow of Mordor, where it was like open world and then you have another open world, and they're relatively big, they have stuff to do in them. I thought it was gonna be like it's all fucking like fort based. That's what I thought it was gonna be. Every open world it has a fort, but that's basically it. And there's 12 of those. You do those, play the main story, and then you're done with it. But when I've played the game, actually, there's the fort and the open world as well, which is really, really nice to see. And there's a whole lot more depth with the Nemesis system, with how orcs can, just they can follow you because they like you, not only because you dominate them. There's orcs that can come back from your Shadow of Mordor save if you link that with Shadow of War, which is really fucking cool.
Holy shit.
Like, I was playing in the arena, and there was one of the orcs from my Shadow of Mordor save called Lapbag or something like that, and I was like, shit, is that
Yeah,
fucker?
they show up and talk about your experiences in Shadow of Mordor. They'll be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
haven't seen you since the Black Gate, and you won't get away this time, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
just really
awesome.
nice.
It's like one of them was like, oh, I remember when I gutted you at this place, and I'll do it again. And it's like, oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
that's good. And I mean, all the orcs have amazing personalities as well. Like all the orcs are way fucking better than the human characters. They're
One word.
amazing. So
Bruise.
great. Bruise is
Bruise.
fucking outstanding. Such a good character. I love him. He's amazing.
And he's Australian as well.
He's Australian. He's an Australian orc, but he uses Australian slang. It's amazing. I love him.
Oh my
He is
god.
amazing.
Tyler
Give me some
orgasming
quotes.
at the idea
Give me
of
some
Australian
quotes. Give me
Oh
some.
god,
give me
some
some
Bruise quotes. Let's have a look. Let's see.
You'll
Let's
hear them
search
a bit
for
like-
Did
Bruise
you see?
quotes.
Did you? I watched some of the Thor Ragnarok like TV spots today, and there's one where there's just some massive monster before he goes out in the arena that Thor's talking to, and he's just a fucking like Kiwi, like he's like an islander Kiwi, and he's just like he looks so big and massive, and he's just so sweet. And I was just laughing my ass off at Thor talking. It was fucking hilarious. That's actually coming out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same day as
it's the same-
Origins.
Yeah, it's the same day as Origins. right?
What a fucking day! Oh my god!
And there's also like Stranger Things season 2 on that day as
Yeah,
well.
Jesus Christ. There's so much stuff.
There's something else on that day. I was trying to remember.
There's a few things. Pre-orders for the iPhone 10 start on that day.
I feel like
yeah.
there,
Stranger Things season 2 is on that day.
I feel like there's something music-wise. A band has an album coming out. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Maybe.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, there's something else on the day Origins comes out, but I don't fucking remember.
There's plenty coming on the 27th, isn't there?
I think Super Mario Odyssey comes out on
Oh,
the same day.
it does. It does, yeah.
Well, lucky no one has a Switch, so, you know.
Yeah. None of us are getting it.
Stop orc slavery.
Oh, did you see that? Did you
Yeah,
see
I
the,
did,
the
actually.
article? Yeah. Like, I
Fucking
stopped
retarded.
playing Shadow of War because of orc slavery.
Fucking bullshit.
It
They
was
were
retarded.
upset by it. They were offended by it. 'cause
Weren't the
shit was
orcs,
Well,
bad.
they
like,
said,
created?
What I saw in was that they thought Shadow of War did a good job of humanizing its villains too much, making you feel for them and shit. It's like,
The orcs' purpose is to destroy and kill people. Like,
Yeah.
what
we're
the
going
fuck are you
to-
talking
going to
about?
Slave them.
You
alright?
feel bad for them. You feel bad
Yeah.
for them. Not only to mention that they're fucking
ugly.
Jesus.
It's so retarded. That whole article was fucking
It
stupid.
was stupid.
Jesus
but-
Christ.
They're taking virtue signaling to a whole fucking new level.
Orc slavery.
They were offended
love
because the
that
orcs
slavery.
were enslaved.
When can we stop saying they've taken virtue signaling to a whole new level and just realize that there's no level to virtue signaling? It just
Push it
keeps
as far as they can
ascending.
go.
Well, you never think you can virtue signal anymore, and then someone comes
Someone
out and
does.
it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why when James goes virtual blackface, he told me about that thing today. I'm like, oh, okay, no surprise. Of course it is. Of course
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
using gifs of a black person. It is like
means you're
classed as
racist.
digital black. Yeah, you're racist.
You're
It's
racist.
not okay.
You're not
It's
allowed
not
to
okay.
do that. That one gif of Michael Jackson eating the popcorn in
Yeah.
the cinema?
Yeah.
Racist.
No.
You're racist.
No. Can't do that.
Wouldn't be surprised if Andy advocates for that.
I use Donald Glover like Childish Gambino gifs because from like Community and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's one of my favorite shows. I fucking love.
Digital blackface, mate. You fucking racist.
You're racist. How
No,
fucking dare you?
How dare
fuck-
you, Tyler?
No,
How
but I-
dare you?
But I identify as a black person.
Oh, sorry.
Shame
I'm
you
sorry. I
didn't-
didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean
Oh,
to.
shit.
Yeah. Hashtag this is my Bayek. I identify. Hashtag this is my Bayek.
This is my bias.
This is mine, Bayek.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, keep tweeting that, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, can't remember that shit, boy.
Keep it
Nobody's
going.
tweeted in about 8 minutes. I'm sad.
Fuck.
I
Gotta
just
get
think
it trending.
no one can beat the Medici tweet. That-
Yeah, you can't, but you can still keep it
You can
alive.
try.
We need Ashraf to tweet it, all right?
He will never tweet that in his life. He won't
Nah,
do
don't-
it.
If
Be
he
honest
else
with
from
me.
him,
Could you imagine the
people
day?
listening now like suckers. But
Could you imagine the day that he tweets, "This is my Bayek and Kidden Fox."
I'll cry.
Shift in paradigm and Fox. That'd be amazing.
The
pay for
day
that.
that happens is the day that you've hacked him because he's not doing it.
Yeah, well, he'll appreciate it later on.
he will.
What a podcast so far. What a fucking podcast so far. This did not disappoint.
With regards to Shadow of War, what is there anything else? What else? I mean, what else can we say?
I mean, I don't want any spoilers, so I'm just happy with the brief spoiler-free review you've given to sell the game.
Yeah,
I'd like to
pick it up,
talk
sure.
about microtransactions and loot boxes in the game.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
People have been getting their little bit upset over that, and they want to talk about it a bit. So,
Over what?
What do you boys think about the microtransactions in Shadow of War?
Oh,
I don't know how it works. How's it work?
How do they work?
It's a loot box based system. So if you buy loot boxes, the more money you spend on the loot box, the rarer the quality of the gear you get inside of it. And I just find it weird. It feels out of place in a single player RPG to have loot boxes that are viable through microtransactions. And I think it's stupid because even the lead developer himself said on Twitter, "I won't be using the loot boxes in Shadow of War." Like, it's what?
Why are they in the game?
Because he's not in charge of that. Like it would be Warner Brothers. It would be like, we want this in the game.
Yeah,
He's
for
like,
sure.
I don't want it in the game.
Definitely
like,
wasn't
"We want it in the
Monolith. It was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Monolith, they're good lads.
Yeah,
But I reckon Warner Brothers saw games and how profitable microtransactions are, and they were like, we need that in our single-player RPG, which doesn't make sense, but we don't understand that because we're
out of touch
fucking
with,
dumb.
with the games industry.
Yeah.
And I mean, people have been slating Shadow of War for these microtransactions, and like really, really hating on the game. And I feel bad for Monolith because it wasn't their decision; it was Warner Brothers' decision. And when you play the game, one time, when it introduces you to the market system, but other than that, they're never in your face ever with the loot boxes saying, "Oh, you can spend money to get extra things." Like, it's never in your face. You have to go out of your way to get into that menu and do it if you really want to do it. Like, the game is completely playable without purchasing loot boxes. Like, I've never needed to. I've been getting some good loot. It's been a good time. And I've never thought, "Oh, I wish I had, a bit of money spare so I could get a loot box." Like, even the free loot boxes they give you, I don't really want to open them because I feel like it's kind of cheating. So it's really even not an issue in the game. That people are just giving the game such a hard time for it. And I mean, I think that if I feel like there should be a hard time for it, and I think that should be aimed at Warner Brothers as opposed to Monolith. Because it's not their fault. Like, it's obviously the publisher that's, we want all the money. So, I think there should be complaints about it, and I don't think we should just settle for having these sorts of microtransactions in single-player games because I just think it's a bad business practice to encourage. But at the same time, Shadow of War is an amazing game in which it doesn't even put them in your face. You don't need to use them, and I'd recommend playing it. So,
yeah,
as long as they're not in my face, I'm pleased, to be honest.
Yeah, I've played the game for a good 5+ hours at this point, and it's never once told me you can buy loot boxes. I've actually got one. I've got quite a high quality one for free just from playing like a certain activity in the game, and I got some pretty good shit out of it. Like, you do not have to buy them.
That system, yeah, exactly. That system works a lot like Horizon Zero Dawn. When you complete certain quests, you get those treasure boxes like in Horizon. You just open them and you get loot. It's just like that system. But in Shadow of War, if you want to spend extra money to get them, you can do that. But you don't have to. You can even use in-game money. Like, they're completely obtainable through in-game currency as well. So there's that in there as well. It's very similar to Horizon, because in Horizon you could get those treasure boxes from vendors as well.
It's the same in Assassin's Creed Origins. I think AC Origins is going for a more Horizon route, because you can buy it for 3,000 of that in-game money from that certain vendor.
That's true.
And it just gives you a bit of gear. I don't even think. Do you reckon they'll be viable with real life money? Like, do you reckon?
I think that they might allow you to buy in-game money with real life money. I think that might be something that they do. Although there's Helix credits in the game though, so if you get the season pass, you get 500 Helix credits.
Oh, what are they there for?
Wait,
Fuck
really?
off.
So
It's
a little bit confusing.
I don't think it will be like Unity though, where you don't. I don't think
It's
you
like
will
having
need them to
anthrax
progress,
in a hospital.
I don't think it'll be like Unity. I don't think it'll be that sort of Unity Syndicate way of like, if you want extra components or materials or weapons and things, you have to use Helix credits.
I think it'll be just like to speed up progression.
I think it'll be there like for the time saver packs and stuff, the same as like Black Flag.
As long as I can get hold of that stuff
right now,
genuinely in the game, I'm not fussed.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
Ash has
fine.
said. He's stated and made it clear that everything that's microtransactions, they're all available in the game as well. Like, everything's in the game.
Yeah.
It's all
I
in
mean,
the game.
I'm looking at the loot box on Center Strain's video right now, and it only says that it's available to buy with money. Like, there's no
The
other
thing with
option,
that
like,
though is that it's a pre-release version of the game, so whether I would just say that those features aren't implemented yet, like microtransactions. But having said that, to quote Ashraf Ismail, there's also the store. The store is in the pre-release though. Like when they pause the game, the store is there. So if the store's implemented, you would also think that microtransactions would be showing up on purchases if they were in the game. But you don't know.
Maybe there are, and maybe you can only get them with money then.
I feel like the way that the Helix credits work are you buy Helix credits and you then use the Helix credits to buy things in the store. That's the way a lot of things do it. Rather than using your own money in the store page, you buy Helix credits and use those in the store page. It's like with Shadow of War, you buy the gold coins. You can't buy a loot box with your money. You buy gold coins and use the gold coins to buy the loot boxes. So I think that you'll buy Helix credits or you'll obtain Helix credits and you'll use those in the store menu, but not within the game's menus itself. So if you go to a vendor, you can't use Helix credits there. You can only use gold. I feel like that's the way it's going to work, and I think that's fine. I'm fine with that. As long as the Helix credits don't impede on my experience, like with Unity, where you could use Helix credits within the main game to buy weapons or like hack upgrades or some bollocks.
Yeah,
That
so
was
fucking
just
stupid.
retarded.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that that's the case in Origins, so I think we're all safe on that front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, microtransactions are a touchy subject. I've actually got a video coming out today talking about microtransactions in AAA titles.
Cheeky plug.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I thought it was relevant, so I thought I'd throw it in there.
Well, it is. It is. So it's chill.
I'm not too fussed about microtransactions as long as it's not like required for like extra components like Unity and Syndicate.
As long as the game, I think the only issue I ever have with microtransactions is one, when it's in your face and annoying, and also when they make the game harder specifically for you to then buy microtransactions. That's what bothers me in some games.
Yeah.
When they'll do that. And I mean, a lot of free-to-play games will do that. Like, you'll have to, like, wait, like, 7 hours for a thing to complete.
Yeah.
It's like, if you spend 99p, that'll be done instantly. And it's like, those kinds of things that are in free-to-play mobile games and free-to-play Steam games and stuff are annoying. But obviously, I think it'll be I don't think we're going to get those in AAA titles because there'd be so much uproar over that. That's ridiculous.
It's like you're trying to craft this outfit in Assassin's Creed Origins or like this thing. It's like it's gonna take fucking 20 hours to do. Do you want to like pay like £1?
Trying to pay
Yeah,
£2
it'll be done
to
straight
skip
away.
it.
Oh, never, no. They can't do
God. Oh God, no.
If it was
That'd be
one,
horrible.
fuck it.
Jesus, that'd be horrible.
that. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the old microtransactions, I suppose. And if you want to obviously hear more in a proper video, then George is, like you said, uploading later on. So
Yeah, boy.
there's
Link in the
that.
description. To LongEaredFox.
Everyone's links are in the description. I should have said that at the
no.
beginning, actually, of the
Yeah.
stream.
Oh yeah, her links are in the description.
So you
Subscribe
can
to
head, you can
Fizhy
head over
now.
there, and we need one more like to get to 300. So everyone should
Like on your own.
do
Like on your rolls.
everyone should do that.
Stop.
Make holts to like on. Skull out.
God. All right. Well, that's that. I mean, I don't think there's anything else to touch upon with Shadow of War. So,
Yep.
what else we got?
To the Last Jedi trailer.
Okay.
As we talked about this a couple of episodes ago. I think it was the one with you, George. We were talking about we kind of knew when tickets go on sale will be when the next big trailer comes out around October. So, as expected, right before the tickets went on sale, here comes a trailer. So if you haven't seen it, you've been living under a fucking rock, and you should listen to this podcast first of all. First of all.
Mm.
The Last
What's
Jedi
that?
trailer.
Oh, the Last Jedi trailer. Yeah, I've been
What's up?
sleeping under a... I've seen it, don't worry.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I was about to
Nice
kick
trailer.
Oh, we hit 300 likes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get more likes, please.
Sweet
Like
kids.
Spike.
Let's go 400,
Let's-
guys. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get
400,
to
yeah.
400.
Like on your alts.
Like on your olds. No. Okay, so the Last Jedi trailer. Overall, okay.
Hold on.
Dennis
Oh,
has an
God,
opinion
Dennis.
of The Last Jedi.
He's walking.
He's been waiting. He's just like, oh, here it is, my topic. I mean, on a personal level, I thought it was a really good trailer.
I agree.
It did show a lot. I thought more than I expected, or that I'm used to from these Star Wars trailers. But I also thought at the same time, I'm hoping and suspecting the whole trailer was a complete misdirection.
Yeah, I
and
think
not actually showing. They're showing us a visual of something with an audio of something that's actually a part of a different visual.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I was waiting because I thought Ben was gonna say something because he went to say something.
No, I was gonna, but then I was gonna, but I thought someone else was gonna, so I
fucking
backed
hell.
out of it.
Okay, well, let's go round then in a circle then. Which order are we going, Tyler?
James, you go first, mate.
You want me to go first? All right. Okay. Well, I like the trailer. I think it showed a lot without showing anything at all. And I think Star Wars is somewhat good at that. I think they did that with The Force Awakens. When the official trailer came out, they showed a lot of cool shit and it was great. But they again didn't actually reveal any story points to me. Like I still don't like, and that's the same with The Last Jedi. I don't think there's any necessary sort of plot points that are clear from it, other than like obviously where people are going to be and what they're going to be doing. But like there's a lot of things they do, like at the beginning when Snoke is talking, and it sounds like he's talking about Kylo because you've got like shots of the First Order and Kylo, but I'm pretty sure he's probably talking about Rey or to Rey, and that's like a dialogue that's taken straight from the end of the film. You've also got dialogue from Luke a few times where it's like, is he talking to Rey or is he talking maybe to possibly like Snoke, or could he be talking to Kylo, or maybe someone else? Maybe when like there's certain times we don't know what kind of Force ghosts might appear in the movie. That could be a potential that Luke could be talking to one of those.
Supposedly Obi-Wan's in this.
Well, yeah, they did say that Obi-Wan's story isn't concluded until after The Last Jedi, apparently. So
that's so fucking interesting.
Whether Obi-Wan's going to be important to this movie or not.
There was a theory to Snoke about how he came back to life, like he was just a dark user of the Sith, like thousands of years ago, but he feeds off like the Force energy.
Yeah.
So when Anakin and Palpatine killed all the Jedi, Order 66 is what raised it from the dead.
Theory, yeah.
Because it was like the energy of all the dead Jedi he absorbed. So like Obi-Wan, if he dies, it's because Snoke absorbs his energy in essence.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be interesting to see if Snoke can, because obviously we've got the Jedi, like Obi-Wan, Yoda, Anakin as Force ghosts. It'd be interesting to see if Snoke could absorb them entirely to like properly kill them. So like they're no longer even Force ghosts, like they're just gone, like dead because of Snoke.
Could that be how Kylo's been turned to the dark side? Like Snoke could be using Anakin's essence against Kylo?
I mean, it's possible. There's potential for that. It'd be interesting. It'd be super fucking dark, to flip it like that. But I'd be interested to see what they do. I think there'll be a major twist in the plot from what we're expecting. I don't think the movie's going to be something that we expect, because I feel like all the production material and stuff is kind of contradicting what they've been saying about the movie. Like they've been saying like, it's not Empire and it's it's different and it's darker and stuff, whereas as different as the trailers do look, I'm not saying it looks like Empire. I just think that it maybe looks more safe than they're letting on. So I think that the misdirection in the audio sort of would point towards that as well. The trailers are sort of less of, I feel like the movie's going to be different to what the trailers are showing somewhat, is what I'm trying to say.
I get that vibe too, to be honest.
I just really like the trailer. Yeah. It was nice. As the case with Star Wars trailers, usually it's got beautiful visuals and everything. It's really nice.
Yeah, of course.
How good was it just seeing Luke back?
Yeah.
Every time I see
really
Luke,
cool.
It's really fucking cool.
I found it funny how he did that classic bitter old man sort of turn after he said it didn't scare me enough before, it does now, and then he did that old man turn. That angry Scrooge turn. It was great. I was like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you think he'll do the classic old man and like not train Rey at first?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
He will, 100%.
This is not gonna go the way you think.
I feel like
that'll
the
be
thing for me though is I feel like in that scene he's talking to Kylo or someone else, not to Rey.
Makes sense.
But
because he
like,
was on the
scene...
ground. He was like struggling.
I feel as if
but there was a scene of them in like the water, and Rey is seen swimming and stuff. Like she's in that scene with him. So
True,
I just kind of think
those two scenes are from different parts of the movie. I think there's two
Yeah.
scenes that look like they line up, but they don't. It's like the ending of that trailer when you see Rey with Kylo, but I don't think
that's obviously
Rey
not the same
is
scene.
with
That's obviously not the
Kylo.
same
Yeah, it looks like Rey is
At least
probably.
not, at least not in
yeah.
that scene. At least not in that scene. They're not together. It could have been Ray in there, but those two visuals were not matched up at all.
Yeah, so I think that could be the same for a lot of the scenes, and I think that like there's that scene where like Luke is kind of struggling and it's like raining and stuff. It kind of looks similar to the Force vision that Rey saw with the Knights of Ren in the rain in the Force Awakens. That could maybe that was a vision for like a flash forwards to see, there's Kylo with the Knights of Ren and they've come to like attack Luke or whatever.
Yeah.
And Luke's like, oh shit, it's going down. Who knows? There's a lot of theories you can go with because I don't think any of the trailer necessarily lines up with a clear narrative that's through the trailer. It's sort of bits and pieces. So
it's interesting seeing Carrie Fisher. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, she's dead. Like,
Do you know what the most interesting thing about the whole Carrie Fisher thing though is that I think is actually really nice about her being in this movie is the fact that this is like 40 years between the original trilogy ending and Carrie and Harrison and Mark coming back to Star Wars. Like that made their careers, but most of their careers had nothing to do with Star Wars since. Like 40 years, that's crazy long time. But Carrie passed away and her last ever movie ended up being Star Wars.
true.
That's nice.
Like, that's-
I guess.
It's interesting to think about, right? It's like, who'd have thought her last ever movie that after she passed away, we're still waiting for her last movie to come out, and it's Star Wars. It's her playing Leia.
yeah.
That's
It's bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. That's what I was gonna say.
And I think she's the most connected to a Star Wars character than any of the other actors were. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
She talks about
Yeah.
Leia like it's an entity, like it's a part of her, or like, she thinks she's the conduit to Leia and stuff. Like she takes it
Yeah.
very seriously. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
whereas
Harrison takes his role seriously, but I don't think he really cares that much.
Yeah,
about
does
it.
not.
he had
Does
to
not
get
like
he got paid so much to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he should.
between
He should.
$15 and $30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is just
good. Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course he should have been.
Yeah.
And,
whereas
Mark
like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher only got paid $1.5 million each.
yeah. And then
Well, Mark
John
wasn't-
and
didn't have a
Daisy were
lot.
only paid like a couple of 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Jesus
to me that
Christ.
those are all fair paychecks. Maybe Kerry could have got a bit more, but Mark had no lines and one shot, so
Yeah.
and he got
true.
paid up $1.5 million. I think he'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Harrison was
Daisy
like
and
Harrison carried that fucking movie, so, and he's the biggest star in the whole movie, so
yeah.
you pay
Daisy
him
and
most.
John will definitely get paid a lot for the Last Jedi though.
Oh, they got paid way
Yeah.
more in the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
than they
Same
did
with
for The
Adam.
Force
Same with
Awakens.
Adam. Yeah, Adam Driver.
Mm,
Because I mean,
yeah,
let's
for
be real. The two main characters aren't Rey and Finn. It's Rey and Kylo are the two main characters,
Yeah, for sure.
which I love. I love what they're doing with this new trilogy, where the main character is also the Sith guy
Yeah.
as well. Like you've got your two young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kylo's really grown on me. Like I'm very, very excited to see him in this movie.
Yeah, I really like him as a character and as a villain. I think he's really great. I like that he's very interesting.
I like that he destroys his helmet and then he looks like he has the rest of the movie with no helmet.
Yeah, I like that too. It's interesting.
What? There was that fucking like ice cat, like Eevee looking thing, like it looks like fucking the
Yeah, that
Pokemon
was cool.
Glacier.
Yeah, I like those things. They're pretty cool.
Sell some fucking toys with this movie, even in the trailer. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they were with the cat things necessarily. I mean, the porks for sure, and I love them still. So, but I mean, those cat things. I feel like they're to do with the Force or something, like something very Force sensitive in terms of like what they are. They look very sort of peaceful. I don't know. And they were running into that like big door, like big blast door thing. That I believe Leia was in as well. Was she in there? I think so. Which is interesting.
Yeah, she was in the snow planet. Yeah,
It's not
in
snow.
Hoth 2.0.
It's not snow.
Is it not? What is it?
No, it's like rock.
White sand?
It's a mining planet. It's rock. They mine it and it's like red. It's like all like crystallized
Okay.
rock stuff.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I thought that was somewhere else though.
No,
for
it's the
some
same
reason.
planet.
Okay.
It's where they have that first sort of that well, it might not be the first battle. The reason
I think
that
it
is
seems
it's
like
Empire,
the
right?
second part. I feel like there's space battles at the start because Kylo's
Yeah,
got that like
escaping
scar,
from,
scar.
Fucking Dakar.
Kylo's got like the bandage on his scar, or the electric
it's got,
tape
like,
thing on his
he's got-
face,
It's-
and then
I
later
think
on he
that's-
doesn't
I-
have it.
It looks to me like it's some sort of metal like mesh under his skin. That's what it looked like to
Yeah.
me. Like the skin
Yeah,
sort
but
of.
it looks like electric tape kind of thing.
It was sort of like, I think it was just there to fuse the skin and heal the wound.
Help the
I thought it was a
scar,
tattoo
yeah.
at first.
That'd be so
Really?
sick.
It's a
He
tattoo.
tattooed his scar.
Yeah,
I
but
was
then
watching
again,
it.
afterwards,
I was watching the trailer at school on like a small screen, so I couldn't really see very well. But I had
That
to
makes-
watch it when it came out.
I was annoyed about like getting home from work one night, and I see on my phone like tomorrow Star Wars: The Last Jedi trailer. I'm like, fuck yeah, tomorrow. And then like it's actually not for the Australian time zone. It was like 2 days later. That pissed me off. I don't know
Jesus
why. I don't know.
Christ.
I got really excited because it was like at night time when they announced they were going to do a trailer tomorrow. And then by that time, the next day, they're like, no, it wasn't in 24 hours, like 36 hours. I'm like, fuck off, you cunt. It's like the next morning after. I'm like, so it's 2 fucking days, you sluts. Thanks.
It was,
mate.
it was like 3 a.m. for us, I think.
Yeah,
Something
it
like
was
that.
3 a.m.
So it was
I think
more
it was-
like American time that they were doing it.
Yeah, because it was on it was on like
yeah,
Monday Night
American
Football.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea why they do that, but okay.
I don't know. Tickets, because they were trying to sell tickets, so they played Monday Night Football.
I have a
And they
Star
thought,
Wars trailer.
let's play it during a Vikings game. That'll sell. Fuck off.
People
Fucking-
leave after the half.
Fucking Minnesota. Vic's from Minnesota, isn't he? I was like, who do we
Yeah.
know from Minnesota?
Yeah,
of course.
Victor.
Fucking shit city. Victor's
Jesus Christ.
What
just
city?
because Minnesota. Well, that's a state.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is a city.
Where's Victor from?
I don't know.
I don't know. Minnesota.
Let's find
Sure.
out where Victor's from. I'm gonna
Just-
find it. Alright, I need to know.
Why?
No, just continue, lads. Just continue. It's fine.
Any other thoughts on the Last Jedi trailer?
It looks nice.
It was definitely. I know you said this, but it was definitely structured to like mislead us. I think, like 100%.
Cool.
Pretty confident on that at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, I don't know. They changed Rey's lightsaber color to be more reminiscent of like A New Hope.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I guess.
That's a thing because it was quite a deep blue in The Force Awakens. Now it's a light blue.
They've got the new AT-AT walkers and shit.
They're called
They can defend
AT-M6s. I'll have you know.
Yep. Yeah. Well, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And they got like the leg defense, so fucking
Yes,
cables
you
can't.
You can't tie them up, and make them fall over.
Yeah. It's about time, technology-wise, and millions of years in the future. Sorry, in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far
It's a
away,
long
they figured that
time
out.
ago. I mean, Snoke's got his beautiful golden robe on.
Yeah.
He's in high fashion, Snoke.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
that dialogue either that Snoke does is talking to Rey either, like, because they cover his mouth when he's like, "Your destiny." I don't think he's saying that to Rey. I think that's
Oh
dialogue.
yeah,
of the
fulfill your destiny.
Yeah, that's another one of those things that I feel like is completely misleading.
True. I think all the audio is misleading. I don't think any of the dialogue lines up with what we're saying. So
Yeah.
it's like when Kylo's talking about sometimes you have to like I don't know kill like I don't know something special to you or something like that. You know when he's flying around in space. And then
How
he, like,
good is he as a
targets her and
pilot, though?
shit.
He's such an Anakin,
Yeah.
reminiscent. Especially the shot looks like, Revenge of the Sith when Anakin and Obi-Wan are in the Jedi Starfighters at the start.
Yeah, that was very reminiscent of that shot from Revenge of the Sith. That was cool.
But they do a lot of shots with him that are very Anakin-esque. Like in The Force Awakens when he's in the forest and stuff. Like he looks like from behind Revenge of the Sith Anakin with his long hair and stuff.
I think they like mirroring that.
Yeah.
So, like his sort of.
They're just like, they did a shit job with that. Let's do it properly with a new character.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Kylo's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think. it's
and
great.
I mean, I expect him to go good, really, by the end of this, right? Like,
So
I don't really see how he's going to stay the whole series evil and then die evil. And that'll
Do you
be
think
it.
do you think Snoke will just use him, and then he'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he'll go light.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, I know.
There'll be a
I think I
redemption
do.
arc of some sort.
He'll be like, just go, "What the fuck?" And then he'll go light.
Could you see a double?
I think that'll happen.
Could you see a double switch happening?
What, as in Ray goes bad, Kylo goes good?
Yeah, they cross
No.
over. Yeah.
No.
Nah,
Ray's too
Ray-
light.
Ray's been
Yeah.
like set up to be like light.
Pure.
There's no way she's gonna go dark.
Yeah, whereas Kylo is a troubled character, so he could easily turn to the
Yeah,
light side.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in showing his inner conflict if that's not going to affect his character in some way. Otherwise, it's useless. There's no need to put that in there.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to go good. I feel like Snoke's going to use him and for his force energy or whatever once he's got him powerful enough, sort of thing. I feel like that's what's going to happen. And then he'll like team up with Rey or something. Be like, I don't want this anymore. Oh, I fucked everything.
I feel like they'll kind of meet in the middle because it's all about. We've talked about before this Last Jedi thing. It's not like it's about the Sith and Jedi both ending because while there's one, there has to be the other. You know, these grey Jedi. I feel like Rey and Kylo may very well meet in the middle by the end of the episode 9.
That's a good point actually. Like Rey leaves Luke and Kylo leaves Snoke, sort of thing, and they sort of both sort of there's balance there as opposed to light or dark. That'd be interesting.
It takes two cousins to balance for. I don't know. Well, it's just like if Rey's Luke's kid, which it just doesn't seem right.
Rey is not Luke's kid.
Yeah, no, I know. Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
Rey's Palpatine.
Obviously.
Yeah, he's a Palpatine.
Oh, fuck off. He's not
I'm
Palpatine. That's the stupidest shit I've
I
ever
think
heard.
she's related to Palpatine. I think that's more likely than being a Skywalker.
It's more likely that she's like
Why does she have
Obi-Wan's
to
kid,
be
which is
yeah,
not possible
like an
because she's not the right
Obi-Wan.
age.
Obi-Wan's
Do you know what's funny?
granddaughter, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But everyone's having a go at me because they're like, no, Obi-Wan didn't have any kids. And I'm like, well, Obi-Wan
he
talks
did-
about in
he
Clone
did
Wars,
have
like
kids.
how he had a thing with fucking, what's her name?
Satine.
Satine, yeah, from fucking Mandalore. And like, they were so, like, fucking, like, okay, well, that's not what I meant to say.
35.
They were
They're
fucking.
fucking roughhousing. Like Obi-Wan was like obsessed with her, and he's like trying to like control himself. And I reckon that in his younger sort of years, he couldn't control himself, and that's why he tries to when he's a bit older. And he had a fucking kid. That kid had a fucking kid, and his grandkid is Rey. Confirmed by
I think good
lasers.
romanticized.
I mean, the only reason I don't think they're going to do that as much as it makes sense to me is that they're not going to explain the whole of Obi-Wan's relationship with Satine in a movie because not a lot of people have watched Clone Wars, and so they're not going to explain that storyline and that whole
They'll
thing.
explain it in the standalone.
Obi-Wan movie. We'll get to see him as a... Well, that's the thing, though, actually, talking about that. They have spoken about that whether... Because we don't know yet whether it's going to be an Obi-Wan on Tatooine movie or whether it's going to be an Obi-Wan Padawan movie, which would be garbage.
Oh god, yeah.
Can you
Imagine they give us
Obi-Wan
that. They
Padawan?
finally give us an Obi-Wan movie, and it's Obi-Wan as a fucking
Padawan.
Padawan.
Just
Oh,
like McGregor as an older man, and he's the Padawan. That would be funny. No,
You know.
it has to be Ewan McGregor, so it'll have to be on
Him as-
Tatooine.
Yeah.
I think that Rey isn't blood related to anybody. I think she's spiritually related to
She's
somebody.
a reincarnation of Anakin. Have you heard that theory?
I have. It makes more sense than any of the other theories to
I
me, to
mean,
be
I
honest.
She's a
really- I really
reincarnation
hate
of
that
her.
theory.
She's a
Why do you hate that
reincarnation
theory?
of Qui-Gon Jinn.
I just don't think it makes sense. Like, she's just a reincarnation of Anakin. Why? Why?
That'd be
Just
so
have her be. Why? There's
anticlimactic.
no. There's like that. There's no point in that. Just have her be Rey. If she's just a reincarnation of Anakin that has no resemblance to Anakin and doesn't remember being Anakin at all, what's the point? There's no need. It doesn't further anything by just saying that she's a reincarnation of Anakin. Just have her be Rey. Rey Palpatine.
No, fuck you.
I want to know what her last name is. How does she know her
Reincarnation.
name's Rey? Who called her Rey?
Ray Palpatine.
Ray,
I have a theory.
Ray Palpatine.
Rey Sidious.
I have a theory, and you're gonna like this. Rey is a reincarnation of Dexter Jetster from
Yes.
Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
She's a
the
reincarnation
best.
of Max Rebo.
Max Rebo's a heritage, so she's Rey Rebo. That'd be amazing.
I still think Dexter Jetster's a good one.
Ray
Do you know what
Rebo.
doesn't make sense about The Force Awakens I never understood?
Okay, what?
Was every time anyone, like, I thought anytime anyone brought up, like to Kylo or someone, or even Han, that there's this girl, blah, 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 blah. Like, Kylo got super mad and
Like
upset.
really
Like,
angry about it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense especially because people keep going, do you think Rey was like a Padawan in the Jedi Temple, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't think people realize how recently the whole Jedi Temple burned down thing was.
Yeah, it was really recent.
Rey was already on Jakku when that happened. Like, if she was a little kid to when we see her like being left there in the vision to her as an adult, like that's not when that happened. It was only like, I don't know, a couple years, like 3 or 4 years Kylo's been, on the dark side. It hasn't been a long period of time at all. I might be even, going over. It might have only been like 2 years. I'm not sure, but it's not long. It's definitely not that long.
I mean, it definitely is recent. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's what I think people are forgetting. Like, Rey definitely wasn't a Padawan or a youngling or something.
Oh, of course not, yeah. She'd remember that as well, especially like remember how young she was when she was left on Jakku. You'd remember your family if you'd like, because that's a huge event to like forget.
Yeah.
To like only remember being on Jakku.
But why does Han know? Han knows her. Like, Han knows something about her. You know what I mean? The way he always looked at her and he was, yeah, for sure, dude. And when Maz Kanata comes up and she's like, who's the girl? And then they cut away before they have a conversation about it.
Do you know what I think? I think there's an explanation. I think that because the writers didn't write out everything, I think it was just set up that she'd be Luke's daughter. But because that's shit, they've probably changed it. I think that's probably the case.
Maybe he always knew.
I think
like supposedly.
Yeah,
knew.
I think that was the original plan, but I feel they've changed it because everyone's like, well, that's obvious and it's a big shit. So
I listen to this.
I feel like that's how it's set up. Okay.
On the side of the helmet that Rey put on in The Force Awakens, there's a few letters that spell out they're in a different language. They spell out RAEH. Rey.
Right.
Yeah, I think that rings a bell. I do think that's where it came from.
Rey.
I did watch a video in which they mentioned that somewhere. Which.
Oh, is that why she calls herself Rey?
I think she calls herself Rey. She named herself
because it was on a helmet.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be fucking sick. Because that's cool subtlety. Please do that. Make that a thing.
Nice. I like that.
I'm pretty sure that is the thing. Like, that rings a bell. I feel like I read that somewhere.
That means when she finds out her actual name though.
I wonder whether she'll
be
change
Rey.
her name.
It's gonna be a fucking Jon Snow thing. This is
because we've already gotten to know her as Rey.
It's gonna be a Sky moment.
It'd be weird if they changed it.
Don't think Ben's that far.
Yeah.
No, I know it's not.
Oh, okay.
Cheers. Great.
No, because you don't know what she is, do you?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we don't need to go over it.
Max Rebo was the heart, or at least the fluid sac of the band that bore his name, and he could be found on stage behind the pedals of his red ball organ. From there, he kept an ear on his bandmates playing, and an eye on the sleazy clients who hired his ensemble for their entertainment.
I'm reading the same thing as you.
I fucking love Max Rebo.
I love him so much. He's beautiful. Look at him. He's 1.5 meters tall.
He's fucking 4'11".
His affiliations are with the Max Rebo band.
It's his band because he's the
Jabba's
legend.
Palace. It's the band named after himself.
It's an Ortolan. Oh, Max Rebo.
I love him.
Max
He's
Rebo.
beautiful.
The drum guy.
He's blue. He's big.
It's an Ortolan. Max Rebo. 1.5 meters high colour.
He's only 4'11".
Max Rebo.
Fucking Max Rebo fan art and shit. Like, why does everyone love Max Rebo so much?
He's one of those obscure characters that everyone just adores.
He's just a meme at this point.
He's a good meme though. He's a high quality meme.
I
really like him. There's a pop figure of him. Oh my god.
There's loads of plush toys of him as well. Like,
He's
so
amazing.
many.
He's a
Max
fucking
Rebo.
elephant. Like, he's just an elephant. But his trunk serves no purpose. Like, it's just a fucking long thing. Like, he doesn't even have a fucking mouth. Like,
Yeah, where's
It's Max Rebo, man.
oh, he's funny.
Max Rebo.
I like Max Rebo a lot. He's nice.
So I love him.
Max
Jesus
Rebo
Christ.
band, though.
Classic Max Rebo.
Jesus.
Max Rebo.
Alright, what were we talking about?
Max Rebo,
The
apparently.
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. Who is the Last Jedi? It's
Who knows?
Luke.
me.
Wait, what was
Luke is the Last Jedi
Luke's the
because
Last
he's
Jedi,
not
yeah.
training Rey to be a Jedi.
Did you see the tweet from like, I don't know, I think it was like Entertainment Weekly, like BuzzFeed or some shit news source, and they're like, check out this interview with director of The Last Jedi. What's his name again? Bloody
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson. He's like, we tried to ask him who The Last Jedi was. He wouldn't let it out. And then he replied to the article tweet
It's
going,
Luke.
it's Luke.
It's fucking obvious. It's obvious.
I love him
Fucking-
so much. His fucking tweets are amazing.
it's Luke.
I mean, isn't
great.
it not obvious who the Last Jedi is?
It
Like,
says it in
Isn't
the
Luke-
title. Like,
Isn't Luke
thing.
known as
for-
the Last Jedi though?
The Force
he was
Awakens.
always-
Yeah, in the Force
Well,
Awakens, he's
Rey
referred to as
isn't-
the Last Jedi in the titles.
Rey isn't a Jedi either.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no one else that could be considered
Luke is
a
the
Jedi.
Last Jedi. He's the only one
course
that
he is.
exists.
Yeah.
Did Kylo kill all the kids
You-
in the temple?
Yeah, he did an Anakin.
We've
He
got
did
an
an
Anakin
Anakin, bro.
He went full Anakin on them.
Jesus
Fucking hell.
Christ.
Can you imagine?
He killed.
that with a
I
crossover?
want Ewan McGregor to come back and be a Force ghost in that flashback and be like, he killed younglings.
Killed
Young brothers and kids.
And then have Anakin Hayden show up and be like, he slaughtered not just the men, but the women and the children too.
Yeah.
He goes,
I don't
oh,
want
what
to
monster.
I want him to start crying and being like, my son, and just be real proud.
You can
be
have
honest,
fucking
it's
Kiadi
outside.
Mundi come back and ask about the droid attack on the Wookiees as well.
No, do you know what I want? It'll be the greatest thing of all time. I laugh so hard. So it's Kylo like killing younglings, and then he looks over like Luke looks over at the end of Return of the Jedi, and all of a sudden Anakin's ghost pops up and he's just smiling at him.
It's that, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, someone needs to make that edit. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
So funny.
You got Kylo
Jesus
killing all of the
Christ.
younglings in the temple, and he looks over, and you just got the cut from that scene from Return of the Jedi. That's hilarious.
Smiling.
Fucking hell.
But you got that music
with
that
with
epic
Yoda
little
and
happy
Obi-Wan
music
as well.
And then it's just the Hayden Christensen shows up, Force Ghost, and just smiles really cringely.
Ah, that's funny.
That is brilliant.
Bless Aiden
I've been
Christensen.
I hope he comes back, actually. I
I
really
love
do.
him. I actually
love him.
really like him. The whole community's gone full circle from hating him and blaming the prequels on him to
Yeah.
loving him when he
Oh,
showed up at
it's
Star
George
Wars
Lucas' fault.
Celebration.
Yeah, it was George Lucas.
I love
Everyone felt-
Hayden.
He showed up at Star Wars Celebration. Everyone's just like, I feel really bad for him.
He
He's
was
like a
so
guy.
nice. He looked so scared.
Just an,
Yeah.
You thought he was going to get
Hurting
attacked.
everyone.
He did look
Oh.
really scared. And I think people realized, they're like, oh, wait, he's a person?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
so
Like,
you know-
nervous for sure on
He's
that
just
stage.
human. He's just human.
Mm.
Wait,
No, he's
I
not.
loved
human?
seeing him. It was great.
No, he's
Fucking
not
fine.
human.
No, he's not.
He's not
he's an
human, he's-
Autolan
he's
in
an Autolan.
disguise.
Yeah.
Look in the chat. George Welford's
George
first
Welford's
fan
first fan.
What?
in the chat.
What the fuck? Why are we talking about Star Wars?
The question
'Cause
is,
You hate
Gay.
fun?
yeah, Max Rebo. Okay, what else we got on The Last Jedi, or is that about it?
That's about it in The
Yeah,
Last
I
Jedi.
think.
First of all,
Alright.
before we keep going, we're at almost at 400 likes. So let's,
So,
if
yeah.
you haven't liked the stream,
Like
like the
34
stream.
away.
Let's get us
Like-
to 400 likes before the
Go
end
ahead,
of the
share
stream.
the stream. Why not?
Everyone right now, like.
There's a couple of optional topics here to finish us off.
Okay.
I thought some Destiny talk might be nice, but it would probably take too long.
Yeah.
I haven't played Destiny
Maybe-
for ages.
I haven't played
I've-
because I
I've-
got to max level and I've kind of done everything, so I'm kind of waiting for the next expansion now.
I'll just wait for the
I've just-
expansion grinds.
I've just
for
been
it.
doing weeklies, but that's because I didn't play as much as you guys when you started. Like you guys are probably over 300 power, am I guessing?
Nah.
I'm 305.
I'm not quite 300 yet. I kind of stopped after the raid and haven't played
I'm
it
like
since.
I'm like 290, I think, or around that.
Yeah, I think I got to 290 only yesterday, but I've only been playing like 3 hours a week just to make sure I do the weekly, get high level gear. Just from doing like Crucible and like the public events and clan XP shit.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to do the Nightfall. Like, no one's fucking playing Destiny 2 anymore. Sad, Tyler. But I thought maybe the IDubbbz Ricegum response shit this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What the fuck I didn't watch
Exactly.
Ricegum's response. James, you said Leafy's was bad and ruined him. How bad? Because it has to be bad. I can only imagine it was bad. How bad was Ricegum's response to IDubbbz call out?
It was bad. The way that Ian described it, he said it was worse than Leafy's. He said Leafy did a better job. I don't know. I think they were both terrible. Like it. I mean, what the thing that Ricegum did with his response is he tried to dispute a point, and then right away he'd go back on it, ruin his entire argument, and then like make himself look worse. It was just terrible. It was just an awful video, and he definitely just shouldn't have made it. It was so bad.
Whenever he brung up a good point, he always just ruined it.
But backtracked on it, and it was terrible. And then he split up his fucking response into a reaction, his actual like 20-minute response, a teaser for his fucking shitty diss track, and then his shitty diss track, all of which were plastered with ads.
And then he also did a lyrics meaning for his shitty diss track.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what a dickhead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did he have to explain his diss track? Was it that shit?
Oh, God,
Yeah.
it's awful.
I think he
It's
just
so
wanted to
bad.
get an extra video out so he could put
Yeah,
some
just
ads
so
in.
he
His fucking diss track was all just saying like, "Oh, Ian, you look like a
Ripped
school
up and
shooter.
leaked.
You also look gay." And it's like, how is gay a way you're going to make fun of IDubbbz, the guy that dresses up in the fucking
The guy
retarded
you
suit
made
and says I'm gay all the time.
He
You're gonna call him
fucking
gay.
diss track with "I wanna be gay." You
I
dumb
know.
cunt.
It's like you can't then use that. You fucking moron. Oh my god. And then obviously Ian gave his response to it, and then he was like, "Yeah, this is all I'm saying on it now. That's it. It's done."
This looks like
so.
I'm just glossing over his meaning video. It looks like complete shit.
Oh
It
god,
is.
it's dreadful.
The only reason he's done that is to get a few more ads in to
Obviously,
get some money.
he's just capitalizing on it.
Well, why not capitalize on it when it's your last 3 videos you're ever going to make? So,
Oh no.
I mean, he made look, who gets completely called out for this shit, makes a reaction to it, then makes a response to it, advertises the diss track, makes the fucking diss track, and then decides to, explain the diss track.
Oh, it's
If
so
you have
bad.
to explain a fucking diss track, it's a good hint that it's a shit diss track.
Yeah.
Those
that's a great
dislikes.
rule to have. That's a great rule to have.
God, those dislikes. That's his. Oh god, that's just terrible.
I can't see him falling as far as Leafy did though.
No,
I don't-
Me neither.
He's always
He
fun.
definitely won't fall as far as Leafy because I mean Leafy had less subscribers, so it was easy for
Yeah.
him to fall further.
Yeah.
Didn't he have 10 million subscribers before?
Who Ricegum? No, he had 8,550,000. He's gone above that now, but it obviously took him a while because he lost a good few. So
Yeah.
lost about 80,000, I think, which isn't that many, but
It's not
God,
great.
Leafy hasn't uploaded in 2 weeks.
Leafy hasn't fucking good.
Does he still?
He still uploads,
Leafy-
but not every day.
Yeah,
Right.
But the thing is, even though he doesn't upload every day, he doesn't make better videos. Like he still makes the same shit ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get roasted.
He still gets loads of dislikes as well, like more than you'd think. Especially his newest video. What the fuck is up with those dislikes?
Maybe it's just because I don't know. I think loads of people remembered the Leafy content cop after the recent one, went back to his channel to dislikes and
Yeah.
videos.
I watched the Leafy one again recently, and I was like, this is fucking
So did
great.
I. I watched
fucking
loads
great.
of content cops recently.
I love it. It's a good time.
I think this is just silly. The entire thing. What's going on with these people? Like,
It is terrible. That is terrible people.
what
And
do
the
they
reason
have
we,
to be
we need to legalize euthanasia and then legalize forceful euthanasia, aka murder.
euthanasia? I think you mean murder or
Yep.
Capital
Legalize,
punishment.
have a purge, and we can all go after people like Ricegum and Jake Paul.
People who are too far up their own arses.
I mean, I don't want to kill him. Like, I don't.
I don't
I
want to
mean-
kill him personally, but if someone else
Sure you do.
did it,
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
care.
upset about that.
Maybe KSI, like someone can kill KSI. Like.
yeah. I mean,
Fucking KSI and
Is
Joe
that-
Weller.
is that because
God.
in the
Oh, that
match
was so
with-
cringy.
Yeah, Joe Weller
Oh,
and KSI are in the boxing match, and they did
I
that
think-
press conference.
All I
Yeah,
I think
remember
the
is the
majority of them don't care. Just line them up
just
and shoot them for all I
the
care.
mental
people that don't know
depression.
how to fight and are acting like professional fighters, there's nothing that makes me more annoyed than that. That is the most cringy trigger worthy thing for me.
He's pretty
It's
gay.
fucking retarded. Their fucking press conference where they're being like wannabe Conor
Oh,
McGregor's
yeah.
because they know it's popular, and so they're like, oh, if we do that, and so obviously all the little kids are behind
You
it.
taking the push out of depression? Are you taking the push out of depression?
dare
I
you,
think
bro.
are.
How dare you, bro? That's it.
So fucking funny. KSI's throwing the bodyguards and like security across the fucking stage
Oh, yeah,
and
'cause
flipping
Joe Weller
tables.
And Joe
Weller,
Weller
like,
like fucking.
His shoulder and sent him
Yeah.
flying. So like he
Yeah.
comes back.
That's so
it's a
fucking
technical-
retarded.
Trying to act like Conor McGregor. Like, first of all, Conor McGregor is a real fucking fighter, a world champion martial artist, and he never acts like that dumb. He doesn't come up and hit people on stage and like try to attack someone or say something stupid. He's a fucking professional martial artist. He's just entertaining and clever. These guys are a bunch of dumbasses.
I think it's just all funny, and these people need to be shot. But
I think it's all funny and they need to be shot.
I don't disagree with anything Ethan said there. So
they do need to be shot, though. Some of these people they're that shit. But you know,
I think it's funny, and they need to be shot.
they need to be shot. Line them up and you shoot them. It's not hard.
oh my goodness.
You don't even need to use more than one bullet. Just line them up properly, like one after the other.
Yeah.
Line them up.
And you shoot them.
Alrighty.
How many likes did we get on the last Four Pillars podcast? Was it like 400?
484 was the
Jesus.
record. That was
What
on
was it
episode
like? What was it like as we were live though? Because it must have got more likes when it went up.
50. It didn't quite get to. We're about the same.
Ooh,
So-
nice. Let's get to 400 likes then.
If we get to 400 while we're live, that'd be
It was.
fucking
It
great.
wasn't. It wasn't at 400 while we're live. I know. I remember that.
I
Was it like
feel
380
that
or
we
something?
can easily pass the most
Yeah.
viewed and like
So-
most highest rated and shit. I feel like we can do it.
So like on those alt
Like Spike.
kids.
If we can get to 500 likes after the things come up, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It'll be
hell.
the most liked. It'll be the most liked one ever. And we had a lot of viewers throughout this live as well, so this will be a big episode.
230 or
The
something.
origin, yeah.
I mean, the
The
other
origin.
two four pillars, episode 40 and 50, are by far the two most viewed episodes ever on YouTube. Episode 40 is like 7,000, and episode 50 is like 6,200.
Well, I'm feeling episode 60 is gonna break everything.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah,
break
well, I
the
think this
internet.
episode's gonna break everything, and then 60 will break everything again.
Yeah, because I mean, 60 we're gonna be like our channels will all have grown a shit ton
And
over the course of
and
playing
Yeah.
Origins.
I think
And that'll be the spoiler review. Like
Yeah,
episode
we'll get
59 will be
deep
initial
into
thoughts, no
Origins,
spoilers. And 60 is going to be full spoilers.
is it? Oh, sweet. Because
Yeah.
that's plenty of time in it. Because it's like,
Yeah, it'll be
Because
like 2
over
weeks
two,
after it
over
comes
2
out.
weeks,
Yeah.
if people don't want to hear spoilers, they don't have to listen to it, but they will. So
Yeah, everyone will love
they
it.
will listen.
So that'd be
And
great.
we'll-
I'll
we can
make
do the
sure to
conversation
advertise
through-
that podcast.
This is Bayek. This is my
Yeah,
Bayek.
Yeah.
great.
So is there
This is my Bayek.
like more thoughts any of you guys have you want to share before we start wrapping this up?
Well,
No, I don't think so.
so I have a question. Has it been romanticized?
It has. In fact, it has.
That's true.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, she's rubbing me on lasers. It's been a blast.
Throwback. I could only imagine a throwback like that.
I say that after every podcast I'm on. I have to.
That's true.
Thanks, ladies. It's been a blast.
Thanks,
I'll say it when I'm on the Dead
Lasers.
Set cast. I'll go, cheers for having me on lasers. It's been a blast. And no one will get it and I'll fucking cry.
Brett will do that thing where everyone laughs, but he cuts out everyone's laughter but your own, so it sounds like you're laughing at your own fucking joke. I hate all that. I can't
I'm
believe you
pretty
fucking
sure
did
you're
that to
just
me.
making that up, man. Yeah.
Oh, it was so horrible. It was so fucking horrible. Oh, God.
He did it on purpose because you used to bully him.
Suppose I fucking
Yeah.
deserved
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Did we never talked about the James? You and I never talked about that episode we had with Asim not that long ago, and how like he went hard on Brett. Like he
Did he?
tried to go hard.
Oh,
on Brett.
yeah, I had to cut it out, didn't I?
You didn't cut it out. It was live.
Oh, no. Afterwards, I went in and cut it out. He DM'd me and he said, can you cut out that shit that I said because it was... I shouldn't have said it.
Really?
Yeah, so I
It
went
was
in.
not.
I went into the YouTube editor and I cut it out.
You
It's
can't
it's
cut
still on
things
iTunes
longer
though.
than 2 hours though.
I didn't want to re-upload it. No, you can. You just go into the YouTube editor and you can just cut whatever.
I thought there was like like I said, I thought if it was longer than 2 hours, you can't.
I do
It let
remember
me.
that actually, James, because like I know it went over 3 hours that podcast, and then like I remember looking back, I'm like, why is it less than 3 hours?
Yeah,
So,
I had to cut out a large section of
So
it.
Yeah.
fucking
actually
long
went
did he
hard
go
on Brett,
in?
what?
It was a
didn't-
little bit.
It was like 6, but I had to stop him.
Yeah,
like,
it was-
I got
yeah.
I got mad at him.
Yeah, he started
What did he
really
say?
insulting him because he was like, "Oh, that guy's fucking. This guy's just fucking weird," and he was like, really going in on him. Like,
Yeah.
it was getting kind of personal, and I was
It's
like, "Jesus,
way,
okay."
way
Like,
too
Asim.
hard.
He was getting a bit emotional. I think he was a bit upset about it.
Let's face it, Brett's a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand what Brett's doing because I mean, I sometimes feel the way that Brett does about Asim in certain
What-
aspects, but
what's
Asim's
this
my
about?
mate, so I'm
Let-
I'm not gonna
Well,
like.
that's what.
completely block him.
I was just straight with because I was mad and I got mad at him a bit for it, but like Asim's also my friend. I just told him how it was. I was like, you can't. I just said you can't come on here and talk shit about my friend. I would say the same thing if it was him talking shit about you. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, you're right. And that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, don't come on here and say shit like that about my friend. And if he was coming on here saying shit about you, I would tell him to shut up. So,
Yeah, I mean,
You know-
I don't know what that was all about, but
think-
crikey.
I think what it is I think Asim has certain practices with his channel that I don't agree with and wouldn't do myself, and I think in a lot of ways he can do some scummy things. Like he does a lot
Yeah.
of useless advertisements, things he obviously doesn't care about. There's a lot of ads in there, a lot of clickbait.
Loads of ads.
It's sometimes
It's
it's
his
a
own-
bit
it's
it's
his
a
own
bit
thing.
toxic.
It is- he can do whatever he wants. Though,
But I
it's
think
his
he's-
channel.
I think
fidget
he's-
spinner
I think he's-
versus
yeah,
200,000 fidget spinner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I think he's a bit defensive over that a little bit.
Well, he for sure is. He's defensive of what he chooses to do, but at the same time, I think when we talked to him, it was just like he's allowed to do what he wants, and we're allowed to do what we want. It's not. I don't care. Like I don't care about Asim's channel. I care about Asim. He's my mate. Like I don't give a shit about YouTube channels when it comes down to it. Anyway, it doesn't change my opinion of him.
That's true, but when it does I don't know what the word is, but it makes me feel a bit when I do look at his channel and you see like those arrows all over the place pointing at useless shit and it's all just like clickbaity toxic cancer.
Yeah.
But I think as well, you got to remember, man. Like you especially are so deep in YouTube. It's such a big part of your life. Like I get that you find it harder to separate it sometimes. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's
like.
I think it's just that he tried to defend that other guy. Fucking what's his name? 0.4 Live, who's the worst. And I'm
I don't know who that is.
Like he's just terrible.
Like
just
GTA
terrible.
YouTuber, clickbait. Can we
Everything
stop
he
training
does is
GTA
terrible.
5?
Oh god,
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Oh, I'm looking at this.
Like like Rockstar sent me GTA 6 early. This is what happens when I put it in my console, and it's like, no, that didn't happen. That didn't. He's got like 7 videos on that same thing.
And they
It's
all
like,
have like
fuck off,
7
mate.
ads in them.
Yeah.
And they're like 10 minutes and 1 second.
I
And
mean,
it's like
I just-
Scummy.
that
It's
kind of
just-
thing. It's like I
this.
just don't like when people do that. It's like I just don't like.
Why
you,
have you got, like-
if you're gonna do
I mean,
that? Like
You know how Asim would have like maybe 1 arrow in a thumbnail. This guy's got 2.
sometimes he
level.
has like
Tyler,
more.
you don't understand. This guy has. I
Yeah, it's
don't think you understand. I want both of them. So,
It's like every thumbnail without fail. He has 2 arrows
yeah.
pointing at either different things or the same thing.
God.
Without fail, every fucking thumbnail. Like even
I don't
Asim
know.
has thumbnails without arrows.
I don't know where this arrow cancer
Oh, that
came
one doesn't
from.
even have a
Awful.
thumbnail, so it
It's
doesn't even have
because
arrow.
it's
There's
because
no fail.
sometimes when you see an arrow in a thumbnail, you're like, I wonder what that's pointing to, because you can't tell from the thumbnail. Obviously, it's pointing to nothing.
Yeah.
That's the point, because you're meant to be like, I wonder what that's pointing to. Like that could be something interesting that I just can't see in the thumbnail. So you click the video. That's why they're there. It's a horrible practice. I hate it.
I might just put arrows on my live stream thumbnails now. That'd be
yeah, I
great.
guess I just wanted to bring that up to you, James, because I just realized I kept forgetting to bring it up to you because I've wanted to talk to you about that since that podcast was like that was pretty fucking awkward for a bit there. I
It was
was
a
like,
bit strange.
that could have gone real hard if we didn't shut that shit down.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's always good
it
to
was a
avoid
bit
trying to
mental.
start drama on your podcast, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
that's
meant
what
to
I
be a
should.
cool, relaxed place for banter. I don't think there's really any place for malice at all.
Yeah, well, that's why I shut it down real fast, and then we moved on.
I
It was a fun as fuck podcast. But I didn't know you cut it out, James. I had no idea. You never told
Yeah,
me
he
that.
asked me to cut it out. I forgot. I just didn't. I just never brought it up. But yeah, he did DM me and asked me to cut it out of the podcast. So I did
Yeah.
do that.
Hold on a second.
Makes sense.
But yeah, there's that. So
Anyway, there is that. So let's on that. Let's wrap this shit up. 3 hours. 3 hours down.
we're super close to
3.
400 likes. Like if we could hit those 400
Likes,
likes, in columns like who's Assam, Asim with an I. His YouTube channel is Super Rebel if you want to check him out at all. But if we could hit 400 likes before the end of the stream, before we wrap up, that'd be fantastic. If not, then I'm sure we'll do it post
12
stream
likes
anyway,
away,
so
boys.
that's all right.
We're almost
But,
there now, anyway.
Thanks everyone for joining us, watching the stream. Thanks for everyone that's listening on, iTunes, SoundCloud, or is listening to it on YouTube after the stream. It's gone up. Thanks to
We love you as well. We love
George,
you.
Ethan, and Ben for joining us, of course.
Always a good time.
Great.
Thanks,
Always
guys.
good to have
Sick.
you all
Good
on.
podcast,
Was it
boys.
It's
Good
always
banter.
good. It's always a good laugh.
Um,
And
It is.
we came up with a meme, so I'm
It's a
pleased.
great laugh.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, hashtag
Oh
this is
my
my
God.
Bayek.
Bayek on
Don't
Twitter.
forget it.
Yeah.
Show us your Bayeks.
But yeah, if you did love the podcast and you want more content, head over to the top link in the description if you're on YouTube, or if you're not, head over to patreon.com/as always for an exclusive podcast called the Kill Connor Clubhouse every week that the Kill Connor Club isn't on, and a bunch of other rewards and bonus stuff depending on, of course, how much you played. And some of those people we have here are Victor Moreno, Modorox or Ben, obviously, right here, cheers,
Sick.
Quizhek, David Bindis, Josh Devellier, Ian or Xeno Rheao, Damian, Austin McGarr, Mario 5380, Lumistrad, GingerNutJared, I think that's a new one, or someone that's up their pledge.
He pledged as we were going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, sweet,
Yeah,
that's
I saw
awesome.
that.
Okay.
Cheers for that. Brian Velasco-Zavala, Roy of Redacted, we've got George Welford or LongEaredFox,
Hey.
Joshua Maurer, Gene, Marcus Blackburn, The Humble Worm, Nimbus, Seth, Tom Cunningham, Oscar, RAVJAI, Zach Neely, Son of a Bitch Ogeaidogo, Tyler Tranter, Brendan, or BQ Overlord, and Pink Flame 313. Thank you, you sweet vintage lads, for all of your pledges. Thank you for any future pledges from people, because there's some ton of shit, cool stuff over there. So like I said, patreon.com/as always, help support us over there would be fantastic. We're 5 likes away from 400, so
Let's get those likes.
is
Likes,
there
like-
any way to hit
Let's
that
do it.
before
Let's
we
do
wrap
it.
up? That would be fantastic.
Smack the fat like.
If does anybody have an alt, now would be a great time.
Now would be an ideal time to come in and
Like on
and
your
alt that.
alts. That'd be
There we
great.
go.
That'd be fantastic.
We're all just gonna go to sit here and wait.
We're just
till
gonna sit and
people-
We
watch
have
the
to.
likes. Give us the likes.
Would be wonderful.
5.
guys.
5 more.
We need 5 of them, guys. You
We
know
can't
want
leave
to.
until this.
Someone just unliked.
Do you have
You
your mother's
stupid
YouTube
slut.
account? Use it. Like us.
Okay,
Please.
people are unliking.
No, it's fine. It's fine. People
Four to go.
shit.
4 to go.
people
Come on.
can't keep up
Would
with this
appreciate
bullshit.
that.
3 to
400
go.
like goal.
Two.
You
2.
sweet kids.
So come on, lads.
Here
Come
we
on.
go, boys.
Right.
Nearly that big old 400.
Oh,
One more to go.
Here we go.
Like on the dad's
Whoa,
account.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Right.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa. 400, there it is, boys. We hit the
Yay.
400 like goal while we're live. That is the most liked Kill Connor Club during a live stream that we've had
No, it's there.
That's mental.
while we're
Yeah,
live.
402. Beautiful lad.
Spectacular.
Nice, awesome. And hopefully post stream we'll end up passing the most viewed and most liked Kill Connor Club of all
That'd
time.
be
If you're
great.
listening on iTunes or you're listening on SoundCloud or whatever, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. I don't know what you can do on SoundCloud, but if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. We'd appreciate
Give us
that.
a like on SoundCloud.
Give us a
can
like. There you go. Wonderful.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate that. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Like I said previously, all links are in the description for Tyler, Ethan, George, and Ben, of course. So go check
drop
out their
us some
channels.
subs, guys.
Yeah.
Go and subscribe to them. Show your support,
Hey.
because that'd be great. Obviously, showing the love in the Four Pillars community.
The 4 pillars
Yeah.
love. That's
Thanks so
not a thing.
much. For
Fishy love.
a sick podcast, and
That was
we'll see
great.
you all in a week's time for Kill Connor Clubhouse over on Patreon, and 2 weeks for Kill Connor Club episode 59, which will be me and Tyler on our own talking about our first initial thoughts on Origins, spoiler free, which will be a good time as well. So Thanks for joining us.
Awesome.
We'll see you
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Peace.
Don't don't fucking say it.
Peace.
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 Peace.